everyone, it is me, Serena. I'm here giving y'all another Mabinogi stream. Today we're going to be rushing through G22. I don't actually know anything about G22 or where it starts or how I get the quest or anything. So we're going to be learning all together as a group what is going on. Because I do not know. I have no clue. Hi, Zai! How are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy. It's not Shakespeare. It's Apocalypse? Is it Apocalypse? Oh. Well, I hope you feel better soon and that you get all the rest that you need. It's very important. Okay, examine suspicious evidence on the ground. Alright, I can do that. Show me where. It's here in Dunbarton. Alright. I do remember seeing this before on the ground and being like, ooh, I should ignore that for now. Here we go. I'm sorry you're a bit sore. I'm glad that it just feels like a cold now, so hopefully it's getting out of your system and you'll feel super soon. The faint glint of something on the ground catches your eye. It's a pennant wrought in the image of a wing gently folded inward. The scratches and light pitting on the backside suggest that since being dropped it has been trodden underfoot. That may explain how it came to be broken. Ah! You hear someone shouting somewhere nearby. You better see what's going on. Okay. Is there something else on the ground here? You find a metal fragment in the shape of the wing, surely the other half of the pennant you picked up earlier. Someone must have dropped it and left it here. No! Let me go! Why are you doing this to me? I have urgent business in Tara. Please, you must release me. Is anyone there? Please, help me. I beg you. Help. Anyone, As you listen closely, the voice you hear seems to be getting closer. Let us get equipped. You keep your distance in order to observe what's going on for yourself. Oh, hello, anyone? Please, won't someone help me? Bite your tongue, cur. All you need is to follow me in silence, and it went too fast to read. Haha, we might be a bit behind schedule to be sure. Jesus! Pathetic wretch, you should be honored you have a part to play in this. Oh my god, you can never be certain about those with folded rings, those unfortunate souls. Ha! That is enough! Idle gossip is forbidden within these ranks. I cannot afford your careless. We must be on our way before it's too late. Sniffle. Help me, somebody. Someone, please. Boise, don't die. Black Moon follower, huh? Hi, Cherry! Welcome in. How are you doing? I hope your day's going well. worthless clods. Look at the lot of you struggling to take down a single foe. It turns my stomach to see such incompetence. And you, interloper, you must have taken leave of all reason if you truly intend to interfere in his plans. I don't know what's going on. Still, I cannot have it seem as though we struggle to put down a lone opponent. If you're quite done with those wastrels, then come at me if you think yourself the better. I'll make short work of you myself. This person's kinda hot. They haven't aggroed me yet, so I'm just gonna ignore them until they do. I should be able to use it. Hopefully they don't summon more. Damn, you, how dare you, to have the gall to get in my way. Sethlene, we don't have much time remaining. G22, the hot ones. Good to know. I'm sorry, but we'll have to leave him. Damn him, who does he think he is? We still have the other living sacrifices. Losing one ought not to pose an impediment to us. 1,000 pardons, but we must leave without delay. Count yourself fortunate this day. If I ever see you again, I'll grind your face into the dirt beneath my boot heel. Now let us quit this place. As you command, Sethlene. In a flash of blinding light, the mysterious robed figures quickly wink out of sight one by one. You look around for the boy who is being held captive. Where's he? There he is. Reading? After all that? You're just standing here reading? The young man who's being dragged along behind the shadowy band stands, head cocked, looking at you. He seems to have carefully pieced the broken pendant you found back together. How did he get it from me? Did you go through my pockets? Bestie. Well, first things first, thank you for coming to my rescue. If not for you, I'd still be in a whole heap of trouble, as you saw yourself. Ah, but where are my manners? Introductions first. My name is Param. Thank you, Vast Limitless, for the follow. Welcome. I hope you enjoy. G22, the hot ones. I know that was already sent, and I already acknowledged it, but... I was on my way to Tara to attend an urgent matter when suddenly someone grabbed me from behind and... Wow, it was really scary. I'm not sure what they had in mind for me, but I know it wasn't anything good. If you hadn't helped me when you did, I don't know what would have become of me. Anyway, what's your name? I might seem a bit bedraggled and out of sorts right now, but I'd like to repay you for your kindness someday. I'm Ashi. Ah, Ashi! It has a nice ring to it, I think. I really can't thank you enough for fighting off those brigands for my sake. Hello, legend. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Ashi, why does that name sound familiar? I feel like I've heard it somewhere before. Wait, those clothes. You stand still as Perrin inspects you with increased interest. Wait, are you the militant, as in the famous militant Ashi? Wow, I heard you were strong, but to think I'd actually get to meet a real live militant. My siblings will be so impressed when I tell them. Oh, since you're the famous militant, you must know the way to Tara, right? That would be really swell. I need to get there quickly, you see. I'm sure I followed my brother's directions, but maybe his explanation was a bit off. No matter how much I've looked, I haven't been able to find a single road sign. Can I reach Tara if I just followed this path straight? It's not the path I was told to take true, but something about it seems right to me. This path? No. That is not how you get to Tara. You tell Para that Tara is not in the direction he'd guess. What? Really? That's strange. I had this weird feeling I ought to go this way. You tell him to head towards Osna Sails to reach Tara faster. I see. I guess it really was like my brother told me after all. To be honest, I've been wandering on the outskirts of the nearby town all day because I just couldn't find the path. But I'd feel shameful if I asked anything more of you. I just need to keep to the right path this time. Hee thank you for showing me the right path, Ashi. Well, Tara's not getting any closer while I'm just standing here. Hee don't worry. I'm sure I'll be sure to get in touch sometime. Anyway, I'm taking off, Ashi. May the unbound wings of Himrark guide your path. Yet another god to keep track of. to rise against misfortune. Would you come see me as soon as you can? We have something of a problem on our hands. Okay. He did disappear, yes. His part of the quest was over. He's done. I mean, he's going to Tara. He told us what he was doing. Am I in the wrong place? Isn't the Bard camp supposed to be here? Okay, it's out here, I guess? Yeah. Thank you! I am very sparkly, yes. Yes. Not as sparkly as this person, though. Do you see that? Oh my god. Oh, I should heal my baby. Just a little bit more. I will steal it. There. I've stolen their spark. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, Yvona, what do you say? What do you have to say to me? Oh hey, you made it, Yvona. Ashi's here to see you. Ah, Ashi, you got here faster than expected. You might have seen him as you entered the camp, but there is a young man out back who says you helped him before. Is that true? He kept going on about having to get somewhere quickly, and near as I can tell, he was on the verge of tears. Whatever it is he's doing, it must be something urgent. I swear, it's so annoying to care about other people. His sense of direction seems so terrible it almost borders on the preternatural. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'm amazed he was actually able to find his way here. Yvona stops for a moment, her brow furrowed. She sighs. Seriously, I don't want to stick my nose into others' affairs. But he keeps wandering around the area and I'm not sure how to send him on his way. At that very moment, the whinny of a horse breaks the stillness. Ooh, they actually inserted the sound there. That's cool. Well, whoa! I just wanted to give you a little pat on the nose. Did that scare you? The sound of several dull thumps follows shortly thereafter. Oh no, I'm sorry. Please calm down. Please. What's gotten into you? Now I feel bad. He's back! Hehe. If only you could see your expression right now, Yvona. You keep it up and those wrinkles will etch themselves into your forehead. You may keep your choice commentary to yourself. Ayla sighs. Although her response was brusque, after hearing Ayla's comment, Yvona coughs awkwardly a few times to calm herself down. Anyway, that's about how things stand, Ashi. Please get him out of here. Do whatever you need to. I'm so distracted I can't get anything done. I'm sorry to push this problem child on you, Ashi. I don't think he's a bad guy, but what in the world's got him so anxious? He's lost on his way to Tara. He's doing his best. Ashi, can you go talk to him while I stay here and help Yvona calm down? I don't think you're going to be much help because she's very solitary. But, you can try. What do you mean by cool down, Ayla? As you can see, I'm perfectly composed. Wrong! We're composing a very important song. We must rid ourselves of anything that could be used as distraction. They started squabbling, so it may be best just to leave them to it. You should go find out what happened to Paran first. Okay, kid. Paran is gazing down at his feet with a sullen look on his face. He notices your approach and raises his head. Hello, Ashi. I didn't expect our next meeting would be like this. You see, I really did try my best to stick to the path you told me. It's just that along the way, a raccoon appeared and started following me. That weirded me out, so I just started running and kept it up until I found myself here. Thank you, Zai. Stay safe, sleep well, all that fun stuff. I love you very much. Started running, kept it up till I found myself here. If I knew this would happen, I would have sent one of my brothers to Tara instead of going myself. But that's... No, that wouldn't work. I couldn't just send a child out on the open road alone. If he met a raccoon, he was on the road north of Dumbarton. No, there's raccoons out here. Aren't there? I swear there's raccoons out here in Abney. I'm sorry, I have this uncanny tendency to get lost and trip over my own feet even when there's nothing on the ground. Even my family pokes fun at me for it. After a brief pause, you see Paran's determination begin to show through his expression. But no matter what, I must get to Tara Ashi. My errand is too important to bundle like this. Not just for my own sake, but for my precious siblings, friends, and neighbors whose livelihoods are all at stake. I hate to impose on you, but would you be willing to guide me to Tara? Please, I'm begging you. The fates of so many are on the line. Yeah, you meet Paran's determined gaze and nod in assent. Oh, thank you so much. May Himmerok bless you for your kindness. You see, I feel something foreboding waits ahead. Not to make a boast of it, but I have something of a knack for scenting trouble. It may be taking all I have to keep my knees from knocking together, but off we go. For a small fee of all your sparkle. Okay. Alright. You're gonna follow me, right? Oh, try talking it. I don't read! Besties, I don't read! Ah, we can make our way around this lake, right? But, well, you already know how I fare in navigational matters. It would really put my mind at ease if you could lead the way, Ashi. And don't worry if it looks like I'm falling behind. I'm a pretty good runner, if I say so myself, so I should be able to quickly catch up to you wherever you are, Ashi. I'll just get my bow out, because something's obviously gonna happen. Let's go, kid. Wait. Am I on the wrong path? I am! I'm going the wrong fucking way, besties. Besties, I'm going the wrong way. He turned me around. He relied on me. He's got that talent. Everyone gets lost around him. What if I just avoided the circle? What if I just walked around it? Then whatever's gonna spawn wouldn't spawn. Right? Do I need to spawn them? I was just showing him where not to go, you're right. They're dogs, Paran. What do you mean, what are they? Sorry, doggy. But you're violent. He literally is. He literally is. How does he not know what they are? Like, bestie, come on. Bestie. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That literally should have hit more of them, but it's fine. No, you're gonna bleed to death. I do not see them, I cannot help. He's literally not at all help. Do I still have my inventory? Okay, yeah, so I will keep all this gold. I'll just pull out a doll. It would be so funny if I had the Paran doll and I just pulled out the Paran doll and he's like, Uh... I always wonder, like, how NPCs would react if they knew. Strange cry coming from the... What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. No, I've never seen Need before. This is my first time. I didn't even know they were in the game. It doesn't seem like you can avoid those. This, because every time I try to run away, I get hit anyway. So I guess I should just get hit. Okay. Why couldn't we just walk away from him? I mean, he can't hit us if we're not next to the lake. Come on. Show up elsewhere, I think, but I honestly have no idea how to get them to spawn normally. Yeah! Because when you walk around the lake, they're never here. And if they were, you could just walk away. He's stuck in the water. I don't understand why we're even doing this. And I don't understand why I can't hit him half the time. Like, that hit him. I don't think that hit him. That hit him. I don't think that hit him. Hi, Lava! How are you? Or I guess Magma. I should call you Magma. That's really what you're going for in the end. Bestie! Just let me kill you! Are you alright? My goodness, how in the world can a creature that large just seem to pop out of nowhere? You sure are amazing, Ashi. I guess all those things I've heard about you must be true. How else could you have sent that place packing like it was nothing? Anyway, we better keep moving. I don't want to stick around here long enough to find out what'll stick its head out of the lake steps next. You continue the journey to Tara. The younger of my two brothers always teases me about how strange things always seem to happen when I'm around. He can be so insensitive, you know? He has no idea the lengths I go to just to take care of him. Literally, Paran is just like, when you're finished, let me know. I'm bored. I'll just fucking read while you're doing that. Like, no help at all. Magma Seraph wasn't allowed in the game? That's really weird. Was it like taken by someone else, or just is it flat out not allowed? Like, did it give you an error saying that it's like an incorrect username or something? That's really weird. I'm good. I am gonna have fun with G22. I'm already nervous. I just want to get to the Tech Duinn missions. Like, I don't... I'm fine. I'll be fine. Though it sounded like he was complaining, he really does seem to care a great deal for his siblings. I will hide you up here. Engaged in a discussion of everyday matters, you pass through Tailteen and the Korab Valley, finding yourself at last at the entrance to Tara. Oh, they just took me to Tara, okay. Ashi, we're here! I actually made it to Tara! I don't know how to thank you for accompanying me all the way here. Without you, I never would have been able, well, maybe not never, but going it alone would have been difficult, that much is sure. Hee hee, thank you so much. I wish I could stay with you a little longer, but I have urgent business I need to take care of, so regretfully I must bid you farewell for now. I'll never forget you and how you helped me. We'll definitely see each other again sometime. Bye. An invalid name, that is really weird. That is so strange. Let's go to the hot springs real quick. We already got the next quest, that's nice. Is that an ancient? Are you an ancient doggy? You're an ancient doggy! Thanks for your claw. I didn't want or need it, but thank you. That's so weird, Lava. What happened here? Fabric weaving gloves, some rice, some salt. Alright, what's my next quest? As the Queen of Aliach, I would like to meet with you. Please come to the Hanging Garden where we may speak in private. Erwin. Okay. I'll just have one of my coffees that restores everything. I was gonna grab the rice because I have a bag full of rice, but the rice disappeared before I got here. Okay, that's fine. I don't need the rice. Okay. Wrath Royal Castle. Does this get me inside the castle? Yes, it does. Okay. Where's the dude I have to talk to? Is he... up by the Hanging Garden, I'm gonna guess. Excuse me, sorry that I have my mount indoors. But I am not walking. I think I still have a warp imp set for up here. I should have just used my warp imp, but we're already here. The way into the Great Hall is blocked by 3 soldiers. They are clad in grey uniforms with the golden crest of the Order of Lilamark blazed on the chests of their tabards. Halt! You must be the militant, correct? It looks like the information from the Pontiff's Court Chamberlain was accurate. A little later and we might have missed you. You must be on your way to meet with Her Highness, then. You reply that you are on your way to see Erwin, who has sent you a summons herself. You feel their gaze turn cold after giving your answer. I see. There's no way the Royal Regiment supporters would miss out on this chance. They're the sort who would drag us down without hesitation if the opportunity presented itself. Still your tongues, comrades. Our apologies, Millicent, but we cannot let you pass. Just turn around and be on your way. We'll leave a good word with Her Majesty. She already has her hands quite full, as you're no doubt aware. You can leave this area in our safekeeping. The sharpness of their tone belies an underlying wariness about your presence. They seem unlikely to budge at this rate, meaning you won't be able to meet with Arwen. Try to convince them. Does this just mean fight them? Oh, hold on. Oh, they're first! Okay. You catch a glint of wariness in their gazes. It seems you'll have to persuade them to get inside the royal castle. I'd prefer it if you were to leave without us having to treat you too roughly, but from the look of it, you have no intention of just walking away from this. I doubt there's much to be done about it. We're simply at cross purposes here. I don't understand why they don't want me to talk to her, but, I'll just accept it. Hush you! The order from the Chamberlain of the Pontiff's Court was to send the militant away, or try our best to stop them should they insist on entering. Why? Why does the Pontiff's Court care if I talk to Erwin all the time? I see her, like, constantly. Sounds like someone ordered the Temple Knights to stop you, and the one who gave that order was none other than, Pencast, right? That's Quarantine? But the Pontiff's Court is literally the... Well, I can't show you now, but the Pontiff's Court is where Pencast works. Isn't it? Pencast is a sus name for a sus person. He's a terrible person. We hate him. Pencast is the priest of the church. Quarantine is the head of the Pontiff's Court. Ooh, tea. I hate him so much. He's awful. The only good thing he does is he feeds homeless cats. That's cute. Everything else about him is disgusting. Okay, so it's Quarantine. I have no idea who Colin is. They're just there as well. Maybe they were trying to trip me up. Like, Quarantine, Colin, they're both, like, names that start with CO, like, they're just trying to trip me up. The Temple Knight soldier's eyes narrow when you mutter Quarantine's name. Hey, put a lid on it. We can't have it be perceived as an order, right? Calm down, the militant isn't that stupid. They probably already knew who we were. Even if not, I wager it wouldn't be hard to find out. You understand, militant, do you not? We simply cannot let you pass here. We have reason to believe you're involving yourself in a matter that'll prove detrimental to the Pontiff's Court. Refute them with logic. You tell them that while Erwin has indeed summoned you, you don't know what it is she wishes to discuss. Oh, please, do you expect me to believe that? I know you and the Queen share a close relationship. The Temple Knight soldiers simply laugh at your response. It's gotten a little tense. Think it over and try again. You're not sure what they're talking about, but it seems like talking with them is pointless. Instead, you beam at them with a smile so sunny it could drive rain clouds away. Heh, guess it's true, what everyone says. You don't lose your composure, even when provoked. Well, let's take this from a different angle, then. Those who come seeking an audience at the Wrath Royal Castle are the very cream of the nobility, well-mannered and well-educated. I would assume no less is true of you, then, militant. Then you would, of course, know which deity is venerated by the Pontiff's Court, no? It's Limelark, isn't it? Tell me it's Limelark. Is it okay, thank God. I'm like, Limelark is like what I have. That's it. I don't know who the first one is. Does the first one even exist, or is that just a made-up button smash? It's just a made-up button smash? I would love to answer and just see their reactions, but I don't want to do this again, so I'll say Limelark. You answer Limelark, the god of love. Ah, so you do know then, militant. Could it be that you've taken an interest in the Pontiff's Court? I wonder, have you been to the Pontiff's Court? It's a beautiful place where we children of Erin can feel the loving embrace of Limelark. It really is a great place. I especially like the confessional where I can get all quiet and introspective. Then there's that little wine cellar behind the altar. That always tickled my fancy. And the offering box contains a good many donations from the considerate members of the faith. It's all quite impressive. How about you, militant? What do you find most pleasing about the Pontiff's Court? I'll say the confessional. Why would someone who often visits the Pontiff's Court set themselves in opposition to us? It shouldn't be like this. The circumstances are truly unfortunate. Outwardly, you would appear to be a supporter of the royal regime, but it might be that you are a true friend of the Pontiff's Court. Even if such is your claim, I can't lower my guard just yet. If it turns out that that's just a ruse meant to fool us, we'll be in trouble. Answer me one more thing, militant. Have you aided the Pontiff's Court before? Ah, you must be talking about the volunteers who help Quarantine. I was told such services are often rendered by the more devoted members. That's correct, and any faithful volunteer would surely know the hours when the court accepts charitable work. They seem to be asking about the hours during which one can take jobs and run errands for the Pontiff's Court. If you answer correctly, they may believe you to be a friend of the Pontiff's Court. Oh no, I have no idea. I don't know what time it is. Do you know? Yeah, just wiki it. Just wiki it. Shift work. Yeah, you can show up for shifts at different 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That does sound correct. You can show up for shifts for different... You know what I'm trying to say. For different jobs. There's different jobs all over all of Erin. You can show up and work. I guess it's really only in ULAD. I guess they don't really do it in Iria. But you can do part-time jobs for... I mean, you can do it for the healer shop, for the church, just for everyone. You can do it for everyone. So 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The Templite soldiers seem a bit puzzled by your answer. Wait a minute. Are you truly one of us? How else would the militant possess such a detailed knowledge about the particulars of Pontiff's court? I must say, this is unexpected. Are you some sort of double agent court implanted within the supporters of the royal regime as insurance in case things take a turn for the worse? I love how they were literally, like, told. They were told, like, don't let the militant in. But now they're like... They're logicking it so much that they're like, maybe we should let the militant in. Like... Ha! Cornton is wise to have prepared a spy. It seems that the secret was so classified she kept it hidden even from us. It was we who were in the wrong, trying to bar your passage. Allow us to apologize for our words and deeds, militant. The Templite soldiers give a short bow and apology. Alright, you're clear. Please go in. You just need to say one thing to Queen Erwin. Of course, it just happens to be the one thing you probably never say to her. Yes, just remember that, and welcome to the royal castle. Someone is walking this way. Another human archer. I'm a fan. You're late. I thought perhaps something happened to you. You three, have you no sense of propriety? How can you keep such an important guest waiting outside the gate? Even little children know to bring in an invited guest waiting on the doorstep. Ach, of all people, why did it have to be her? Is that Queen Erwin's royal escort? I was told she usually doesn't spend much time around the castle. The blue-haired woman looks your way as she approaches. Her polished armor adorned with the kingdom's crest and her aqua eyes that gleam no less brightly capture your full attention. The militant, I presume? It's a pleasure to meet you at last. My name is Marley. I serve as the Queen's royal escort. You are unusually late in coming, so on this occasion I've been sent to escort you. Literally, me, whenever I take a multiple choice test, I'm like, hey, Joel, will you Google it for me? Thank you. Oh my god, look at her braid, though. I like her little braid. That's really cute. I don't know why I like that so much, but... Well, I've seen her face before, of course, because, you know, I'm in Mabinogi forums and stuff. People will, like, they'll share memes and, like, they'll share pictures and stuff. So I've seen her before, but I had no idea she had a braid because you only see her from the front, you know? Serving drama, giving fashion, yes! Okay, I'll move on. You needn't tarry here any longer. The Queen is waiting. Please go inside. Well, wait. We can't just let them through like this. They were just saying they were gonna let me through. They were just like, yeah, come on in, militant. And now they're like, wait a minute. We can't just let the militant in. So I imagine the Cardinal will be receiving an official letter of complaint in the near future. Marley sounds rather agitated, with her voice dropping into an intimidating tone to match. You hear the Temple Knight soldiers whispering among themselves. It doesn't look like there's much we can do. We'd better let them go. This is getting complicated. We can't afford to make a scene and draw any unwanted attention. It's unfortunate she came along when she did. She doesn't even officially hold the rank of knight. Still, we can't simply ignore her. She has the Queen's ear, and that's rank enough to cause trouble. They expected me to fail the questions. Yeah, but they should have, like, an option here in case you succeeded. Well, Cornton, we did what we could. Temple Knight soldiers grumbled, clearing the way for you to enter. There, that wasn't hard, now was it? The way the acolytes of the Pontiff's court deal with others can be bothersome, to say the least. Now, if you please follow me to the Hanging Garden, Erwin is waiting for you there. Marley, the royal escort strolls into the palace. Follow her to the Hanging Garden. Oh, they didn't teleport me to the Hanging Garden this time? Thought they'd... Ooh, hello everyone. The garden is this way. I'm sorry. Usually it's empty in here. Hello everyone, hello. Yeah, I do wonder what would have happened if you fought them. I thought that I was gonna have to fight them. So I was just like, oh, I'll just put it off until I really... Suellen! You're here! Why are you here? Bestie, what are you doing here? I thought I would never see you again after G21. Bestie, it's so good to see you. How have you been? A familiar young man looks at you with calm, clear eyes. After looking you over, he nods his head and turns towards Erwin. You have nothing to say to me? You have nothing to say to me, Suellen? I've missed you. I've missed you. Wow, I hated him when we were in G21 together. But now that I'm seeing any of the Albion Knights, I'm like just foaming at the fucking mouth. I'll steal his sparkle. There, you want to speak to me now? He does not. Alright, hello. A regal air befitting the ruler of the kingdom of Aliach encompasses her petite frame. Her snow-white skin makes her bright purple eyes seem to gleam all the more with lively determination. She's so young, and she's like the queen of everything. It's like really fun, honestly. Ashi, I'm glad to see you finally came, but then you always do. I'm sorry? Like, what? I have a question for you, and a favor I wish to ask of you. I also called you here to issue a formal request of you in my capacity as the ruler of the kingdom of Aliach. Yeah, literally a child. The queen of all of this is a child. I don't know, like, how or when or why she became a child. She became a child. She became the ruler, I mean. But, her dad died. Yeah, that sounds right. So, she didn't have a mom. Her mom was also dead. Everyone's dead. Okay. Poor kid. Her eyes and her bracing posture clue you into how serious the matter must be. Marlene informed me you were stopped by the Temple Knights as you tried to enter the castle. Nothing out of the ordinary. Their intentions were flagrantly obvious, of course. Honestly, the situation would have likely resolved itself even if I hadn't intervened. Is that so? Perhaps the situation wasn't as serious as I thought. I'm relieved to hear that, but... Miss Erwin, I urge you not to underestimate them. In this world, few things are as fiendish in their complexity and difficult to understand as the innermost thoughts and intentions of another. Well, I'm sure you're no stranger to the particulars of human duplicity and self-aggrandizement. Suellen, you overstep your bounds. You ought to watch your tongue in the presence of Her Majesty. It's fine, Marlene. You know I keep Suellen in close confidence because of his unvarnished analyses of people and situations. I'm ever in need of trustworthy people willing to give me their honest opinions on all matters of topics. I have no shortage of servants and retainers who purposes to defend me, but I require insight and good counsel to chart the right path for this kingdom to take. As you watch her speak, her bright purple eyes land squarely on you. You feel a commanding maturity that you've never felt from her before. To lead, I require both wisdom and strength. My people should feel unafraid to offer their advice, but also respect the decisions I make. Ashi, the reason I called you here is related to that very issue. Yeah, he kinda is just a dictionary. That's why he has the book, right? That's what I thought. You may already be aware, but there are those within the castle who doggedly oppose my opinions, regardless of the stance I take. These obstructionists refuse even to seek a middle ground with me, no matter what I say. I suspect they're worried about losing their present level of status and influence within the royal court. You probably have some idea, having just witnessed it yourself. Those three guarding the gate are representatives of a larger faction at work. You see, I recently received an official petition to conduct an investigation of a certain incident, or rather incidents, a string of Purported kidnappings, to be precise. Depending on what is discovered, it may turn out to be neither serious nor significant. Kidnappings are pretty serious and significant. That said, I was advised that the citizens' faith in both the kingdom and my leadership would grow exponentially if I proved able to resolve the matter myself. On this point, Siniad, Lazaro, and Arzelia were in full agreement. But either way, there are certain voices who are against me leading their charge and exercising direct oversight of the investigation. Frankly, nothing would please me more than to set aside this insane jockeying for power within the castle's court and focus on aiding those who have been abducted. Spoken like a true regent, Miss Erwin. If only the other aristocrats were as clear the vision. Militant, have you heard anything about this rampant string of kidnappings that seems to be taking place across all of Erin? At first, I thought this to be a simple string of missing persons cases. However, after gathering preliminary information about the victims, it turns out that all those who were targeted possess one conspicuous factor in common. Hierarch. Are you familiar with Hierarch, Gashi? Can you refresh my memory? You know you've heard your name before, but you don't remember any details about whoever it is. You shake your head. Strange, I had heard you were well created with the hierarchy of Erin's gods and goddesses. To provide a brief summary, the three sent to Erin, having inherited the fire of Anton Semeni's will, were Limelarch, god of love, Hierarch, god of freedom, and Giamedarch, god of peace. The third one was real, everyone! The Order of Limelarch is by far the most prominent in the Ulad region, with the orders that venerate the other two gods comprising a far smaller minority of believers. Literally, I don't remember either. This is the first time I'm hearing about any of this. It's basic knowledge, apparently, it's basic knowledge, that the majority of those affiliated with the Pontiff's Court are devout followers of the Order of Limelarch. Just so. Now, the reason why I bring up Hierarch is because, as I mentioned, all of those who have been reported missing are followers of that order. Though they may number fewer than the worshippers of Limelarch, aiding the Order of Hierarch in their hour of need would seem to be a prime opportunity to secure their support for the royal regime. It would also be... Can you guys just let me speak yet? Because I could put this entire thing to rest if you just let me speak, but... Keep going. It would also be an excellent maneuver to keep the Pontiff's Court in check while fostering a positive view of the kingdom among the populace. And with one decisive move, Erwin can both build and bolster the base of her support, the better with which to act with an increasing degree of independence in the future. Literally, everything here is like a tongue twister. It is like so difficult to read all of this out loud. Like, all of my energy and attention is being used just reading this stuff. It's not just Llewellyn, it's all of them. They're all really going at it. Like, I need like a breather. Also, Erwin clears her throat as though to steady her voice and give her one moment more to compose her thoughts. If the militant, the hero whose deeds have gained renown across Erin, were to be a part of this investigation, I could scarcely ask for more. Ashi, do you remember what I said to you before? I told you I would become someone worthy of the people's trust, and a better ruler. She seems reluctant as she recalls her words, but her eyes are filled with resolve. I wish to make a formal request of you as the Queen of Aliach. Of course, I wouldn't ask you to shoulder this burden alone. However, if you agree to aid the Queen in this matter, I expect results. That is acceptable to you, yes? As Morley's firm gaze seems to test your mettle, Erwin speaks in a voice so small and light, only you can hear her. Ashi, in order to keep the promise I made to you, and to better my rule for the sake of the kingdom and its people, I promised myself that I would give my utmost, no matter the size of the task before me. I know it must seem as though I'm taking advantage of you, but I fully intend to keep the promise I made you. You understand, right? An investigation into the Order of Hierarch? If that was her request, then why would she choose to meet in the Hanging Garden instead of some place more official? I don't know. Why are you asking me? She did hear me about that breather. She really did. She paused right there for a second. I have to go talk to Llewellyn, and he's gonna say words that are big, and I just want to go to bed. I just need the Tech Duinn mission so that I can get the fucking stuff. Well, there's someone else in here. Hi. Hello. I'm gonna take a drink. We're taking a sip. We're taking a sip. The person that just ran by was a real person, but the other people we've seen so far haven't been completely real. Well, no, I shouldn't say the other people we've seen so far. Some of the other people, like the person whose sparkles I was supposed to steal, that was a real person. But, I'm also gonna check something really quickly. Okay. Nope. Nope. I do not know. I was looking up something. I thought I knew the answer. I did not know the answer. Okay. It's time to go back in. Oh, it would be very easy for me if you continued like this. If you just didn't say a thing. By the by, Erwin, since you've gone to all the effort of getting the militant involved, don't you think formal introductions are in order? Ah, I was so preoccupied it completely slipped my mind. Ashi, allow me to introduce Suellen and Marlied. You know me! Why are you acting like you don't know who I am? Is it a secret you're in the Albion Knights? Why is he like this? Be mean to keep him keen. The pleasure is mine, I assure you. Because he also pretended he didn't know me when I ran into him in front of his students. He was like, oh, hello. It can't be a secret that I know the knights. It has to be a secret that he's a knight. The pleasure is mine, I assure you. It's wonderful to finally put a face to the name behind so many daring exploits. You lock eyes with Suellen for a split second, but it's impossible to guess what he might be playing at behind his mischievous smile. Still, I never expected I might meet the militant in so formal a setting. Haha. But come, we wouldn't want our friend here to feel uncomfortable. Now tell me, was your encounter at the castle gates your first meeting with Marlied? Oh, how silly of me. I've been so preoccupied with the matter of the expeditionary force that I completely skimmed over the circumstances of your late arrival. My apologies, Ashi. You met Marlied when I sent her to fetch you, but she serves as my personal escort. I have on many occasions entrusted her with my safety. In fact, she is one of the finest sharpshooters to be found anywhere in the kingdom. Your Majesty exaggerates. I'm simply glad my skills are of use to you. A slight but unmistakable blush warms Marlied's face. They're in love! It's obvious she and the Queen share a strong bond, built on mutual trust. They're in love. I ship it. 100%. Oh my god, they would be so cute together. Marlied and Erwin. Oh, they'd be so cute. I'm in love already. Okay. Oh, is she an elf or a human? I think she's a human. Yeah, that looks like a round ear to me. Yep. She's another human archer, and I have all the respect for human archers. And this silver-tongued Sion is Suellen Sinsilach? What do you think, guys? Eldest son of the distinguished Sinsilach family. His demeanor may be a bit aloof at times, but he's a trusted retainer who always provides insightful advice when I'm deliberating important decisions. Sin cell arch, with the arch as in lock. Hold on. Sin cell like that? Sin cell off. Okay. Hopefully I'll never have to pronounce it again. Do I truly provide such cold company? You wound me, Your Majesty. I'm merely doing whatever I'm able to help you make wise decisions, out of the boundless goodness of my heart. I will, however, take silver-tongued as a compliment. Miss Marlead, such incredulity. I said it right the first time. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to mess it up. In your gaze, turn that pouty frown upside down, for Miss Erwin's sake. Haha, as you can see, he and Marlead are sometimes at odds in personality, but I can trust both of them with my innermost thoughts. Your Majesty, I think that will suffice for introductions. The sooner we move to investigate the events surrounding the Order of Himmerarch, the better. Indeed, Ashi, I plan to give my personal attention to the case of the missing followers of Himmerarch, and I'm planning to dispatch an expeditionary force to see the matter forthwith. If you guys let me speak for a fucking moment, I could tell you that some person named Sethlene is the one that's kidnapping them and using them for human sacrifices. I know! I already know! I could help you! If you would let me speak! Jesus! Sunita's positively chomping... Well, it's chomping at the bit, but she said champing at the bit, so... He's positively champing at the bit to announce the force's mobilization to the whole kingdom. That's to be expected, considering its objective. The kingdom is extending direct aid to the Order of Himmerarch, a minority group that seems to exist on the periphery of mainstream society. I can think of few stronger ways to send the message loud and clear that the kingdom is invested in the concerns of its people. True, but as your highness mentioned earlier, there's a particular faction that stands opposed to you at every turn, regardless of the issue at hand. As things stand, I have my doubts that we can deploy an expeditionary force without blowback from them. Before we make an official proclamation, we need to take measures to ward off any anticipated interference. Unless we provide sufficient deterrent, the forces of the Pontiff's Court will continue to hinder us at every turn. I've considered a number of options since I received this request, but none of them have been especially good. Just let me speak. It's like one of those memes with, it's like, this chapter if whoever had a gun. So right now it's like this chapter if I was allowed to speak. Literally. Ugh. I'm literally getting a headache. I'm genuinely... Oh, you made the best magic bean tofu. Good job, babe. I'm proud of you. Last 10 tofu. Here we go. Alright, this is exactly... Sorry. Seeing as they tried to stop the Milton from entering the castle to meet with you earlier, I'd wager they're growing nervous. This is exactly when we ought to make a push and secure our advantage. If that's how things stand, our options are limited. Alright, let's bribe them. Money talks, well, as well you know. Wait, what? You cannot conceal your look of shock as you stare at Suellen. Marlene and Irwin also glare at him. I beg your pardon, Suellen. Would you care to repeat that? Certainly. This seems to be one of those situations where trouble could be stopped before it even started by a few judicious payments made in advance. Grease a few palms, as the small folk put it. Reliable allies are hard to come by in these times, but deep coffers do have a way of smoothing over differences. Suellen, please tell me this is just another one of your inappropriate attempts at humor. All it would take is word to get out to the wrong people for our image to be tarnished well beyond money's power to polish. My apologies. It seems my rousing jest has gone awry, obscuring the nature of my suggestion entirely. Suellen grins, tousling his waving hair. Miss Erwin, Miss Marlead, you've surely not forgotten that, even in my advisory capacity, I do stop somewhere short of wholehearted advocacy for the royal regime. Yes, I'm well aware of that. That is partially why I consult with you as an advisor. You provide a point of view that is both neutral and intelligent. That is not so common a thing to find as one might hope. Wait, Suellen, are you suggesting... I see. So you think it would be prudent to pursue that course of action? I admit, it's a gambit worthy of House... Fuck. Of House... What did you say? Sincelosh. No, Sincelosh. Or something. I don't know. I can't do it. I'm one girl. I can only hope I never have to face you as an enemy. What you're getting at is that the Queen ought to preemptively reach out to you and other moderate nobles, as well as the intractable members of the Pontiff's court? A gold star for you, Miss Marlead. Remember what I said earlier, few things are difficult to understand as the innermost thoughts and intentions of another. A large part of the reason for that is because the thoughts and emotions constantly fluctuate. In other words, setting aside zealots and other hardliners, most people don't possess strong opinions on the majority of issues, and can be swayed with fairly trivial amounts of effort. Personally, I despise such formless, suggestible simpletons, but that mental malleability is the very quality we can lean on to resolve this problem. Then we should convince the aristocrats ahead of time before I announce my intention to deploy the expeditionary force? Yes. If all goes well, we should be able to dispatch the expeditionary force with little to no resistance. I believe the core of Suellen's plan is to implant the minds of the nobility the belief that this holds some benefit for them as well, or, if they prove intractable, to make it worth their while to remain silent on the matter. In other words, I can't be the one doing the convincing then. Correct. You must be perceived as being removed from the debate. That's also your authority as a monarch to consider. At its most effective, manipulation achieves the ends you desire without having to sully your own hands. Lillewelyn's Suellen stares at you, the glimmer in his eyes dancing like sunlight through a crystal. Before you know it, Marlead is standing right beside you. Your Majesty, please leave this task to me, Suellen, and the militant. You are the kingdom's symbol of authority. At the banquet, you need only stand before the people and confidently share the exact same plan you had in mind from the beginning. Before then, we will convince a sufficient number of aristocrats to join in the idea, so that the expeditionary force can be dispatched to investigate this matter without issue. What's this? Are you sneakily roping me into this little venture, Miss Marlead? It is your plan. Don't tell me you're getting cold feet now. Well, all right. Since we do have our new friend the militant here with us, I suppose there's some enjoyment to be had from it. Very well then. I leave matters in your capable hands, Marlead and Lillewelyn, and yours as well, Ashi. Understood, Your Highness. We won't let you down. Hee. Good. Well then, we ought to be on our way as well. There's much we need to accomplish in a short time in which to do so. Suellen flashes his broad smile once more, slowly withdrawing toward the great hall with Marlead. You should follow them. Is there going to be more reading there? Oh, besties. So do I have Tech Duinn missions open yet? Because I did get a title that's like, gain knowledge of the Tech Duinn Expeditionary Force. Not till the end of G22? I have to finish all of it? I thought I only had to do a little bit. Oh my god. I'm never gonna be able to do this. I can't finish a whole generation quest in like a week or something. I'm already exhausted, and I've only done like 2 quests in here. I'm taking another sip. We can do this. I can do this. A number of well-heeled nobles exchange subtle glances and idle conversation in the great hall as they wait for the banquet to begin. Can you feel the tension in the room? You can almost cut it with a knife. And to think, Erwin has to deal with this every day. It's ridiculous and stifling, if you ask me. This hall is filled brim full of false smiles and threadbare pretenses. Everyone is looking out only for his or her own best interests. To be candid, I can't stand them. You'll get no argument from me. Prolonged exposure to such pettiness wearies both body and soul. I'm surprised we're in agreement, given your own status as a nobleman. I've seen you at gatherings like these, and you seem entirely at home. One might easily get the impression you enjoy the trappings of high society. It can prove a source of amusement, certainly. However, it's not something I seek out. It's tiresome and unrewarding. But for Her Majesty's sake, we must convince these people to lend their support to her idea in any way we can. Militant, here's how things stand. Erwin wishes to depass... I know! We were just talking about it. You don't need to tell me about it again. She wishes to dispatch an official expeditionary force to investigate the strange disappearance of Himmerarch's followers, and she intends to announce you as its leader. Will I finally get to speak if I'm the leader? Will I get to tell you guys that I know what's going on? I understand that may come as a surprise to you, but she confided all the particulars of her plan to me. She told me that she has complete faith and trust in you, Ashi. She even went as far as to liken you to the morning star shining brightly against the darkened veil of the sky, if you'll believe that. A fleeting smile plays upon Marlene's lips. She truly believes you capable of nearly anything, and as her subject, confidant, and friend, I must do my utmost to support you. Now let us make the rounds and see what these stiff-necked aristocrats have to say. Although most seem to have gone to enjoy music and dancing, it seems those still biding their time here in the hall are waiting. The question is, for what? It's plain there's something they're after, something important enough that it outweighs their usual tittering on the sidelines of the ballroom. Whatever matter weighs upon them, it's in this very room that they're seeking the solution. But there's only so much conjecture can tell us. I think we'll soon piece it together if we talk to each of them. Swellen and I will help convince any who doubt your abilities. Talk to the aristocrats in the Great Hall and guide them to a favorable opinion of Erwin. It's likely that in your course of your conversations you'll learn what each of them wants. Bye. Okay. Oh, hi again. That was fast. I just have to persuade them all. Okay. Let's just start with you, I guess. Wait, he's already supporting the regime. I don't need to sway him. He's already supporting it. Cushions may be nice, but they're not for me. I ran the entire way to Royal Castle. Naturally, I'm a bit tired after that. You attempt to engage in conversation. Given how drenched and sweaty he is, he must have run a long way without the use of a horse or coach. Ah, there are few pleasures in life like a long run. I live for that dull, burning sensation that pervades my muscles. That said, it is tiring. Without pain, there can be no gain, so they say. Stomach growls in that peculiar way one's does when it has not eaten anything at all recently. Doesn't seem like the banquet will begin anytime soon. Wonder if they'll bring out any hors d'oeuvres. Even a few of those little cocktail sausages would be great. The conversation has ended. Oh, so do I get you food somehow? Where would I get you food? Do you have food? A woman with an apron tied neatly around her waist talks in a smooth, elegant voice. Are you enjoying your time in the royal castle? I'm sorry for all the dust. I was in the middle of cleaning. Okay, no. He wants food. What do I do? Okay, there won't be food in the throne room. Or in the music room. Maybe in the reception room? There doesn't seem to be any food in here. Maybe I just try to convince someone else. Maybe I can't convince him. I like your outfit. It's very pretty. Oh, okay. Just keep talking to people. This palace is made more beautiful by my presence, would you not agree? Oh, what other place is more suited to my class, my noble lineage, my elegance, and if those of the royal regime would take issue with my words, let them, I say. Ho ho ho. There are many more in attendance here than I expected. Had I known I would be among such a throng of fellow nobles, I would have spent more time preparing. How, you ask? I would have worn a unique fragrance that helped me single them out from the crowd. Oh, the perfect fragrance lingers in the mind like a half-remembered dream. I consider the right perfume a crucial element when one wishes to make the very best first impression. I have quite the collection of expensive perfumes, of course. When I look at the bottles upon bottles of rare and exotic tastes in my collection, I am overwhelmed with appreciation for my own good taste. Oh, okay. Thanks. Teehee, let's see if I can establish some new connections at this banquet. Come on, just what was that butler doing? How could he lose something so important? He'll be strictly reprimanded if it's not found, and soon. She's looking for something. You wonder what it was she might have lost. What are you staring at? Shoo shoo. Wow, look at all the beautiful people around us. Such elegance, such class. Ah, excuse me, aren't you that famous Militant? You are? Goodness, you've got quite the sense of style. You attempt to gauge. I spent half the day trying to look my very best before coming here, you know, but once I arrived, I felt I was missing a certain something. I suppose I should have smuggled in a few extra accessories under this dress after all. If only I had something that would accentuate this nearly flawless ensemble. What should I do? At this rate, I'm going to feel half-dressed and awkward all evening. She puffs her cheeks with almost a comical air of dissatisfaction. You should find her something that could serve as a simple but eye-catching accessory. Okay. I heard there is to be an announcement of some importance made at tonight's banquet. Rumors suggest that it has something to do with a string of incidents involving the Order of Himmerarch. You notice this woman turn frequently to gaze out the window. It would seem her worries lie outside the castle walls rather than within. I wonder if Father is feeling better. I best stop by the apothecary shop on my way home tonight and fetch him something for his health. The conversation has ended. I guess we're both doing this quest, huh? Curse those supporters of the royal regime. I'll put an end to their machinations if it's the last thing I do. Ah, as I observed the crowd milling about earlier, I could swear I saw my old friend's granddaughter here. Made me think of old times past. He and I were so close once back before we had to go our separate ways. You're one of those Militants, are you not? Erwin is ever too eager to rush into action. We ought to consider what Pencast has to say as well. Anyway, I have nothing more to say to the likes of you, and so I say good day. Okay, I've talked to everyone, and no one's given me anything. I guess I haven't talked to these. Alright, there's a few people I haven't talked to. Hello, this is the first time I've been to the royal castle. I'm a little nervous, honestly, but I'll not let that stop me. To be honest, my governess got this box of cookies from me before I came to the castle, but I haven't eaten a single one. My stomach is simply too tired not to even think about snacks right now. You're the famous Militant, aren't you? Then I implore you, please enjoy these in my stead. At least then I'll know they're not going to waste. Keep an eye out for someone who enjoys sweets. Can I give it to you? I've been neglecting my training lately, and my sore muscles bear witness to my lack of discipline. I only ran from Tailtean to the royal castle, and look how out of breath I am. After tonight's feast, I shall strengthen my resolve and apply myself with renewed vigor. At that moment, his stomach rumbles very audibly. Oh dear, my stomach is ready for the banquet, but the food is still hours away. I feel a bit sorry for the man whose stomach seems to rumble so loudly it sounds as though he's passing gas. Perhaps this nobleman would appreciate the cookies you received from the royal regime supporter. Hark, what sweet scent fills my nostrils! It appears to be cookies prepared with love, a scrumptious feast unto themselves. I've heard rumors, Militant, but it seems you truly are as generous as people say. Ha ha ha! The aristocrat snatched his fistfuls of cookies from the box, and with the ravenous speed of a starving animal, began stuffing them into his mouth. Phew, that certainly hits the spot. How embarrassing it would have been were I to have collapsed from hunger in front of everyone. These cookies should tide me over until the banquet without any problem. You stand in favor of the initiative Erwin plans to unveil tonight, correct? Say no more, friend. You can be sure I won't forget the kindness you've shown. You hand over the delicious cookie box, even though it seems to be thoroughly emptied of its contents. A full belly makes for an agreeable person, and it seems like you can count on this noble to support Erwin's expeditionary initiative when she announced it later. The conversation with the aristocrat has ended. Hey, I did it. It seems as though I can steel myself and thereby increase my confidence. I cannot will my stomach to cease whatever it's doing. Ugh. Oh my, you must be the famous Militant. I heard Her Majesty Erwin has an important announcement to make later. You must be here to support her. For some reason, I feel like I can speak freely with you. You see, there's someone I love dearly with all my heart, but because his family and mine are at odds, we are doomed to remain apart. For you see, unlike me, his family are staunch supporters of the Pontiff's court. Our love for one another is as deep as the sea. Do you know the pain of having your lover be so near, yet unable to embrace them? We're so close, and yet we're forced to pass each other in these halls like strangers. Something tells me you can sympathize. Could you perhaps give this handkerchief to my love? It would be our signal to meet secretly after Her Majesty Erwin's banquet. You will know him by his short blonde hair, his handsome navy suit, and the conspicuous sparkle of his favorite ring. You receive a fancy handkerchief. Okay, it's this guy. What do you want, Millicent? You attempt. Might the handkerchief given to you by the young woman whose family supports the royal regime be intended for this young man? You cough several times to get your attention, surreptitiously directing his attention to the handkerchief in your hand. The young nobleman softly gasps, and for the briefest of moments you see a look of not unwelcome surprise on his face. Well, where did you get that? Were you perchance asked to? I see, so you become bearing a message from my lady love. He takes the handkerchief and carefully tucks it into the breast pocket of his coat. My thanks to you. Knowing I would be able to unmeet with her today, even with her so near, have been weighing deeply upon my heart. Ah, to be so close, yet to be worlds apart. 'Tis a regrettable situation, but I must exercise the utmost caution, for my family has many eyes and ears among the nobility, and it would not do for them to learn of my forbidden romance. Please send my regards to my love. Out of my devotion to her, I shall abstain from any commentary of a political nature during the banquet. You hand the young nobleman the fancy handkerchief. It's very unlikely he'll voice any opposition. Okay, he took it. Oh, you've returned, and I am glad for your tidings. You were able to pass my gift to him without anyone being wiser. Even I could not tell when it happened, but I can see it in his eyes. I'd like you to have this, a small token of my appreciation. It's very exclusive, very expensive perfume that was purchased from an overseas merchant. Wonderful as it is, I just didn't feel like the scent was a good fit for me. A bold, robust perfume like this needs to be worn by someone whose passion and gusto would perfectly accentuate. Hee hee. You think you've said enough. She smiles softly, nodding almost imperceptibly to the man standing nearby. Okay. Then you take the perfume. Oop. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to open you. Go away. There. Okay. I got it. Palace, okay, yeah. She seems like someone who would appreciate the bottle of perfume given to you by the royal regime supporting nobleman. Not entirely sure how to surreptitiously show off a perfume, you flash a coy smile and hold up the bottle. Oh my, may I sample this fragrance? She leans in close to you and wafts the scent towards her face with her hand. This is extraordinary. I can honestly say I've never smelled anything quite like it before. It's bold, spicy even, yet manages to maintain its elegance. It's simply perfect for me. I must have it. Oh, and you're willing to give it to me? My, you're the Militant, are you not? Corton did mention you might attend the banquet, and to lavish such a luxurious gift upon me. I think I have some idea why that may be. You caught me in a bit of a quandary. I simply cannot help myself. I need this fragrance. If I let it pass me by, who knows if I'll ever encounter its like again? Well, if it's just this once, I think we can see eye to eye. And to show my sincere thanks for a wonderful gift, I want you to have this bouquet of flowers gathered from my garden this very moment. Okay, you give her the fragrance and receive the flowers. She seems pleased and is unlikely to raise much opposition. Do you want some flowers, lady? I spent half a day trying to look my very best, you know, but once I arrived, I felt I was missing a certain something. I suppose I should have smuggled in a few extra accessories under this dress. You hand over the bouquet. Oh, goodness me, this is it, the missing piece that completes my look. I'd heard you were a fierce fighter, but it turns out you've also got a great eye for fashion. I guess it's all in a day's work for the famous Militant. The genius of it is it's not overdramatic, but neither is it too simple. It's exactly the accent I was looking for. Tee-hee, please, I'd like you to take this in return. My grandfather wrote this book on combat, as I've heard it's become quite popular among the spires who aspire to knighthood. I figured you might enjoy it since you help Her Majesty out so much. You're like an honorary knight already. I hope it serves you well. Making the cut. You should look for someone who would enjoy this. I haven't met anyone that would enjoy this. Would you enjoy this? Field Handbook. Oh, what is it we have here? Ah, now this brings back memories. As young men, the author of this book and I were close as friends could be. Alas, society had other plans, and we had no choice but to turn our backs on each other. Such were the times, but I still consider him perhaps the most precious friend I've ever had. When I see this book he poured his heart and soul into, passing his knowledge on to future generations, how it makes me long for those bygone days. Thank you, Militant, for this unexpected surprise. So many years have passed, but I can still recall those times as though they were yesterday. Out of respect for him and for you, I shall look the other way just this once in regard to the Queen's initiative. Remember, there shall be no next time. Now I believe I shall head to the ballroom shortly to continue my reminiscence. Oh, It's been a while since I was in such a charitable mood. Here, let me give you this. It's a rather large mandrake. You may not know, but mandrake is quite sought after as a cure-all, especially among the elderly. Take it with my thanks. Ah, it's you, Militant. If you are still in attendance, I take that to mean Erwin has finally made up her mind. Still, I must confess, my heart and mind are rather absent for tonight's festivity, for my father has taken gravely ill and is confined to bed. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Have a good one. Okay, heart and mind are absent. Father's gravely ill. At first I thought a little more than a minor cold, but it has gotten progressively worse with time. I'm worried for him. He's quite advanced in age, you see. It sounds like she could really use the mandrake you handed over. What is this you have here? Might I inspect it? We didn't know this herb. By all indications it's a mandrake, but it's extremely rare for them to grow to this size. Consuming an extract made of the emulsified mandrake root is known to greatly bolster one's condition. Could it be you're actually giving this to me, just like that? I can scarcely believe it. I never thought to find real generosity at a gathering of nobles. I will return to the manor this very hour and prepare this mandrake for my father. It speaks well of Queen Erwin that she would surround herself with those of a kind and just disposition. I shall return in time for the banquet, and when the Queen puts forth her proposition, you can rest assured she will have my full support. I really can't thank you enough. You hand over the rare mandrake. This woman now seems keen to lend her support. Is that all? Did I do all of them? Oh no, I'm missing someone. Maybe her? Maybe I should talk to this guy and see if he gives me anything. You must be the Militant. Will you be attending this evening's royal banquet? You will, then we shall dine in good company. You may be interested in a certain book that has recently come into my possession. He draws a thick, worn book from his robe and hands it to you. This ledger was given to me by a source I consider trustworthy. It seems that someone within the Pontiff's court has been engaging in some, shall we say, suspect trade dealings, and as you can see, the list of individuals named here is large indeed. For any political opponents to get their hands on it, well, I'm sure you can imagine what might happen. I'm sure its owner that has now realized they have misplaced it. As long as they remain quiet and peaceful at tonight's banquet, I may forget I ever saw this ledger. Memory is quite a capricious thing, isn't it, my dear Militant? Haha. Here, why don't you hold on to it now? You can give my regards to its owners should your path cross. You've been given a suspicious ledger. You're the famous... Oh, never mind. There's no reason you would know about it. My apologies. Pay me no mind. You show her the suspicious ledger. Upon seeing the ledger, her eyes grow wide as saucers. How? Where did you come by this? You didn't look inside, did you? Now, did you speak to anyone about it? You haven't shown it to Erwin or Sinead, right? No, I don't suppose you could have, with it being lost. Never mind that. I suppose it's of little importance where or how you got it. I must insist, however, that you give it back to me. That moment, Suellen sidles up beside you, seeming to appear from out of nowhere. Ah, there you are, Ashi. It looks like you're having a delightful conversation there, but there's something I needed to... Oh, what's that you have there? It seems to be a sort of accounting book. Did you bring such delightful conversation pieces to all the parties you attend? Hee hee. Is this how you keep track of all the people you promised to do quests for? Ah, how silly of me. This might actually belong to the lovely lady you're speaking with. Suellen plucks the ledger from your hands and flips through it in a flurry of pages. Fascinating. I see, so these are the sorts you do business with. Those of our station must ever be mindful of those with whom we associate, for we are often judged according to the friends we keep. Ugh, haha, how very unexpected. Word travels exceedingly quickly among the nobles, as you well know. If even one gossip monger were to catch wind of this, well, I dare say there would be enough grits for the rumor mill to grind down anyone's reputation. It would make for quite the spectacle, wouldn't it, Ashi? You nod your head, going along with Suellen's artfully underhanded application of social pressure. Have a heart, Suellen. I beg of you, please keep that ledger and its contents a secret. Well, what is it you're after in return? Not money, surely. Given that you're with the Militant, I can only surmise you must be taking Erwin's side on her current initiative. Ugh, fine, I yield. I shall stay my tongue during the banquet. I pity Quarantine, but I have little choice if I wish to preserve my own standing. But in return, you must return that ledger to me. If its contents were to become public knowledge, my family would be utterly disgraced, and also possibly run afoul of the law. I hand over the ledger. I'm pretty sure this noblewoman won't express any objections to the Queen. The conversation is ended. Well, what did you think? I must admit, I'm very curious to hear your impression of high society. Are you really, Suellen? Because I know tired when I see it, and the Militant looks positively beat. Or do you just enjoy asking questions to which you already know the answer? That depends entirely on the question, my dear Marlene, but at the very least our success is something to celebrate. Between the three of us, we managed to win over many nobles and gently twist the arm of quite a few we couldn't bring around to our point of view. You know, Ashi, you might actually have the aptitude for this line of work. I never want to do this again. Marlene had the right of it. The whole ordeal felt stifling, and you hated how everyone kept cautiously side-eyeing each other. Do any of these people know how to hold a proper party? It seems we think alike. Honestly, Suellen, you didn't really think the Militant would be the conniving sort who gets some sort of perverse enjoyment playing people against each other. The Militant is someone Her Majesty trusts implicitly. How could they be that sort of person? That sort of person? You wound me, Marlene. After all, I am no less a Denzian of that world, one encompassed by those circles, unlike yourself. I've had more than my fill of useless banter for today. In any case, time just seemed to fly by, didn't it? The banquet ought to be getting underway right about. As though to punctuate Marlene's words, loud horns could be heard from somewhere, trumpeting a fanfare. I wanna take these off. That would be the banquet in question. Let's make our way over, shall we? Erwin will be expecting us. I look forward to seeing what those we convinced here will do. How do I attend the banquet? Where do I go? Talk to who? The nobles in the Great Hall seem to be making a good deal of noise and chatter as they prepare to move to the ballroom. We ought to head over now if we don't wish to appear fashionably late. I just hope our efforts bear fruit. At any rate, shall we make our way there, Ashi? The banquet held to announce the deployment of the expeditionary force is filled with nobles and other high-ranking figures from across the kingdom, some of whom you recognized from earlier. Go to where Erwin is waiting. Look, the militant has joined us tonight. It seems that the militant came after all. Then it must be true. Queen Erwin has recruited the militant. To go to such lengths to aid those poor people, what a caring and generous soul she is. Come, let us hear what the queen has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to convey my gratitude to each of you for coming tonight. I know that all in this room are men and women of distinction, and that you each have the demanding schedules to prove it, but know that the gift of your presence has made this truly a feast fit for kings. As many of you are aware, a concerning series of mysterious abductions has recently come to our attentions, with reports coming in from all across the kingdom. No small number of citizens have already been reported missing, which alone would be cause for concern, but preliminary investigations have also revealed certain commonalities in every instance. So there is merit to the rumors that all the victims were taken members of that religion. But why make such a show of it? Is the matter truly so serious that it's necessary to dispatch an expeditionary force? The murmuring at the banquet grows louder as the nobles talk amongst themselves. Ahem, if you could please keep your conversations to a minimum during this address. Silence, all of you. A voice, clear and high-pitched yet stern, echoes through the ballroom. Allow me to direct your attention to the young man standing to my left. He has traveled far to reach the capital, risking the perils of road alone to seek aid in his hour of great need. As you look to where Erwin gestured, you're surprised to discover a familiar face. He seems a bit shocked to see you there. This young man has watched family, friends, and neighbors have suffered targeted because of their status as minorities. I can still recall my inauguration as though it were yesterday. Though we as humans, elves and giants, are of different backgrounds and cultures, we stood united and defeated the deceitful Lavada, bringing light back to this fair kingdom. You see a glint of tempered passion in her eyes, her words calm and reassuring, her poise unshakable. Our kingdom is a place where all can live, love, and strive. Live, laugh, love. Live, love, and strive as one. From where one hails is of little consequence. In truth, it is in such diversity that we can find the answer to many of the challenges we face. Had we turned our backs to those in pain, had we cowered behind these walls, sure of our own safety, the kingdom of Aliach, as we know it today, would not exist. Therefore, I stand before you this evening to announce that I had ordered the assembly and subsequent deployment of an expeditionary force, commanding them to seek the truth behind these despicable acts. I shall not allow my people to be held in fear's tormenting grasp. To that end, I have appointed an individual of outstanding caliber to lead this expedition, Ashi, the renowned militant of Erin. Under their command, those who have caused such suffering will surely be brought to justice. Gasp, the militant is with us. Queen Erwin is amazing. I thought her still a small, frail girl, but the confidence she's showing tonight is something else entirely. When did she grow up to be such a great queen? Ahem. Someone coughs loudly, audible over the din of the ballroom. At the same time, you hear someone else shout, trying to be heard above the crowd. Utter nonsense! This is manifestly unfair. You think so? Might I inquire as to why? She has raccoon eyes, bestie. It did not load in right. It is very unfortunate. It is very unfortunate it did not load in right. Well, is it truly necessary to put the resources of the entire kingdom behind a venture like this? Would it not be better to send a few mercenaries? It seems to me almost a misproportion of funds to send an expeditionary force, to say nothing of a lavish party like this held largely to announce its deployment. Now, you ought to be more mindful of how you speak to your queen. I cannot say I don't share their concerns. On this matter, I stand in agreement with the cardinal. I don't think this scattered series of incidents is a matter serious enough to warrant such a response. For a brief moment, Cornton's cold gaze flashes in Piran's direction. That's right, how do we know these aren't just some stories concocted by the Order of Himmelreich to garner sympathy among the court and expand their influence? No, that's completely untrue. We would never. So many have been hurt already, and even more are still missing. And those numbers continue to grow by the day. There is scarcely a family among us who have been untouched by these kidnappings. We need your help now more than ever. Silence, please, and try to mind your manners. You're in the royal castle. I cannot believe how low they'll stoop. Erwin, while I appreciate your candor, it betrays an unfortunate lack of understanding. Your Majesty, would you be so kind as to refresh my memory, Cornton? What is the core doctrine of the Order of Lilmark? It is to practice love towards one another. Yes, I remember reading something like that in the scriptures when I was little. Let's see, how did it go again? For greater is he who fosters reconciliation and understanding over argument, who abides in tolerance and loving kindness rather than... it's right at the tip of my tongue. Nursing a jealous and quarrelsome heart, so it is written. Ah, yes, that was indeed the verse I was thinking of. Thank you, Suellen. Erwin smiles for a brief moment, then directs her attention towards the opposing Temple Knight soldiers with the stony countenance and the mind of a true regent. You have told me in no uncertain terms that you believe the Order of Himmelreich has orchestrated these kidnappings himself to expand their influence. That is your position, yes? That's your Majesty. Please listen, that's not what I meant to say. Think about what you're actually saying. Do you think Lilmark would disapprove of sending an expeditionary force on a mission of mercy? Setting aside matters of gods and religions, tell me, what do you find objectionable about helping people in need? I'm not assembling an expeditionary force to curry some imagined favor with Himmelreich. I'm doing it to protect the people of this kingdom. Would you not call that a sincere act of love? Erwin points directly at one of the aristocrats, looking at her for emphasis. Oh, your Majesty, that's... well, it's rather... It is indeed. By sending an expeditionary force, we'll be able to tend to the needs of the number of those who are hurting. Wait, what are you saying? A toast to Queen Erwin, and 3 cheers for the Aliech Expeditionary Force. Hurrah, hurrah! The cheers of support and general approving continue on for some time. Can we take this as an indication that none here stand in opposition to the creation of this expeditionary force or the mission with which it is to be tasked? You shall find no objections from the Order of Lilmark, your Majesty. Of late, I myself have been troubled by a sense of ill omen. This old man has no reason to object if, through the actions of the expeditionary force, the light of Lilmark will have opportunities to spread even further abroad. If that is the Cardinal's will, I have nothing to say on the matter. Cornton doesn't seem pleased with the turn things have taken, but nods her assent, eyes closed. Excellent, it is settled then. Your Majesty, have you more to say? I do not accept this. As soon as this banquet has concluded, the expeditionary force shall depart on its mission. It shall be noted. Ladies and gentlemen, you may resume your feasting and merriment, for tonight is a night of celebration. Blessings be to all gathered here, and traveling mercies for our expeditionary force. Oh boy. I'm exhausted, besties. So much reading. Ugh. Besties. Okay. Erwin, cheeks slightly flushed, fans herself with her hand. Phew, that was really quite nerve-wracking. It's the first time I've really put the royal foot down like that. I was pleased to see it went better than I had expected, thanks to Ashi's commendable efforts to gain the favor of the nobles. I'm sure there was a bit of an uproar in the middle, but overall, I cannot argue with the results. I didn't think they'd oppose you so brazenly like that, but you kept a cool head and took command of the situation. Watching you shut them down made my heart swell with pride. You were magnificent, your Majesty. I'm so glad I took the risk of setting out for Tara. You revealed a new facet of yourself tonight, much more so than in the past. Your resolve was on full display, and your choice recollection of the scriptures put their hypocrisy on full display before everyone. Those with close ties to the Pontiff's court will no doubt find it more challenging now to raise their voices in opposition. Yes, Erwin tries with limited success to hide her blushing embarrassment at receiving genuine praise by coughing and pretending to clear her throat. Ashi, much of tonight's success I owe to you. Many who might have doubted my decision readily acquiesced after hearing that the famous militant was partnering with me in this endeavor. Furthermore, the effects of your efforts to drum up positive public opinion cannot be overstated. I completely understand if, in your eyes, it seemed as though I was using your renown in a calculated bid to garner support. I am used to it by now. Explain how people seem naturally inclined to ask you for your help all the time, regardless of what you might want. Oh no. Then because of me, because I posted that petition, she came. I'm so sorry, it was never my intent to inconvenience you. Fran sniffles, seemingly fighting back tears. Well, the truth is, rulers seldom appoint specific people to resolve cases like this. Those matters are usually held by other administrators. This is actually a great honor, a sign that your outstanding merit and trustworthiness has been recognized by the ruler of the kingdom. But you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone in Erin who hasn't at least heard of the militant. Just so, but this appointment puts real stock in the militant's abilities rather than the vague rumors of a hero roaming the countryside doing good deeds that much of the citizenry is probably familiar with. My lead faintly but clearly glares at Param. Yes. If the two of you are quite finished acting like children, you're free to rejoin the adult circle any time. Do try to remember here in the presence of Her Majesty Queen Erwin. I love him. I feel like the Albion Knights was introducing me to him, and now it's like, why I should care about him. Come, the two of you will be traveling partners in the days ahead, so it's in your own interest to maintain good relations. Ultimately, though, it's true that I ask this favor of Ashi. Ashi, it is precisely because you are someone I acknowledge and respect that I wish to appoint you as the captain of the Expeditionary Force. Under more normal circumstances, I'd award you a formal title in recognition of your tireless efforts, and you would receive the Cardinal's blessing before a great audience. With things the way they are, it's simply not possible right now. The Pontiff's court and their followers are more contentious than ever. We have no way to reliably discourage their behavior. I'm sorry, so much of the contention is because I'm a follower of the Order of Himmerarch. I would never trouble you also, were it not for the fact that our community of believers is truly in dire straits. Not long ago I was attending one of our Order's regular gatherings. It was at that meeting that I first learned of the terrible fate that had already befallen so many of us. When I read your petition, a number of the particulars immediately leapt out to me as being highly suspicious. But even beyond that, I cannot turn a blind eye to people suffering such grievous harm. That is partially why I thought it critically important to dispatch an expeditionary force without delay and begin a full investigation. Whatever rumors may arise and spread within the royal castle or the court as a result of my actions are my responsibility, not yours, and I shall do whatever it takes to quell them. It may not seem like it, but I'm really trying to give this my all. You saw earlier during the banquet, right? I'm no longer a princess who must hide behind others. I want to be a queen who leads with confidence. The people of Aliach are what I value the most. That's why, as their regent, I would like to ask, or rather command you in good faith, Ashi, to investigate these worrisome incidents surrounding the Order of Himmerarch and to bring a resolution to them. You can feel the unwavering resolve in the petite monarch's firm voice and violet eyes. Yeah? Thorin gawks at you, half bewildered through his tousled, russet locks. I must confess, Ashi, I had no clue what was happening back in the ballroom. It all went over my head. To be honest, it's a bit scary being someone where so many strangers. It certainly didn't help that all those people from the Pontiff's court and the Order of Limelar kept glaring at me. It wasn't the friendliest of receptions, is what I'm getting at. But then I saw you enter the room, Ashi, and I thought I must be dreaming. It seemed almost too incredible of a coincidence. My rescuer, my guide who helped me reach Tara safely, was right there in that very room. I'm rather shy and easily frightened, as you've probably guessed by now, and not terribly sharp at times. I have the tendency to get lost too, which you've seen personally, but regardless of how difficult the effort may be, I can't simply stand idle and watch my friends, family, and other followers suffer these terrible things that have befallen us any longer. I knew if we were to survive, I must act, no matter how difficult it would be. I needed to find someone who could help us. Look at me, talking your ear off. I tend to get a bit carried away and babble on. You know, everything that's happened reminded me of a verse from the Himmerarch scriptures. Stay not thy hand from taking action, close not thy mind to possibility. I know I may be lacking in many respects, but I mustered up every last drop of courage to make the trek here. That's how I came to meet you, Ashi, and to think now I'll be traveling with you as part of the expeditionary force. At the very least, I'll try not to slow everyone else down. I'm always willing to talk with any followers of Himmerarch we meet to see if they have any clues they could share, or take on any number of other odd jobs to help everyone out. I want to be useful, really pull my weight. I'm serious about this, and I don't plan to be a liability. I don't know how long we'll be traveling together, Ashi, but for as long as we do, I'm looking forward to giving each day my all, side by side with you. Let's see what Marlene has to say. A woman is looking at you, her clear aqua blue eyes and lips set in firm resolve bespeak her stern, cautious nature. I want to thank you again for agreeing to Her Majesty's request. Marlene bows deeply before you. You are a knight who guards Irwin? A knight, huh? Marlene's expression becomes slightly downcast. I'm not a knight, not in any official capacity anyway. I never served as a squire or cadet and never went through any of the standard training knights typically do. I'm not even particularly skilled in swordplay. But rare is the mark who's able to escape from the bolts from my bow. It was a great honor to be recognized for my skill by Her Majesty. That's how I became part of the Royal Guard, though I still wonder some days if I truly deserve it. Royal Guard sounds like a rather lofty title, but my primary duty is to deal with those who would try to assassinate Irwin, and gladly would I do it. Everything I have is thanks to her. Since Her Majesty had no choice but to send someone important to her, she requested that I aid you in whatever way I am able. I don't like to leave Her Majesty's side, but it heartens me to know that she places that much faith in me, and I know that helping you is the best way to help her. I look forward to working with you, Militant. You can depend on me to watch your back. I'll do my best to remove minor distractions so you can focus on the big things that may come your way. Did you have a chance to discuss things with the others? For the present, I'll be remaining here in the royal castle, providing support for Cinead and Irwin in matters concerning the expeditionary force. What, were you expecting me to join you? Not exactly the most imposing physical specimen. Yes, you are! You're literally one of the Albion Knights. Shut up! And of course, there's also the issue of my prolonged absence from the circles of high society. That being the case, I'll be using this time to reintegrate myself with the nobility's movers and shakers. You already have your own burden to bear. There's no need to add more weight to it, is there? A burden? Lilwyn flashes his enigmatic smile, looking squarely at you. His eyes narrow when the others take notice of it. Oh, I'm really sorry. Come, there's no need to apologize. Just acknowledge it and move on. Swellen, you really need to learn to keep that tongue of yours in check. My apologies, it just comes naturally to me. Still, this is one of those things that's so painfully apparent that it runs the risk of being glossed over. So I admonish you, do not gloss over it. We've managed to overcome the first hurdle, getting the broad approval for the deployment of an expeditionary force, but never forget that many are even now suffering because of these incidences. In order to take any sort of decisive action, we need information. Once we find out who is doing this and why, we can stop them before they're able to harm anyone else. I think a good place to start would be to find the victims who managed to escape and listen to what they have to tell us. I'm sure that as we hear their stories, common elements will emerge. For example, we may discover a common motive of hatred toward the Order of Himmerarch. That's impossible. The members of our church are all such nice people. People's feelings towards one another are quite subjective. Relations are all relative to one's perspective. Someone who is unfailingly kind to you might be ruthless and cold toward another, and neither view would be untrue, even though they were of the same person. In the worst case, someone might feign friendliness and warmth to get me to lower my guard, then stab me in the back. That's not possible. Many unpleasant things are possible, I'm afraid to say. We possess few details, but Marlene said it's reasonable to start with the assumption that this is the work of someone who bears ill will toward the Order of Himmerarch. According to Piran's petition, people in every region of Erin have suffered at the hands of this persecution. Remember back when you first rescued me, right, Ashi? There were others like me who just barely managed to make their escape. Some people were able to return home, but many have yet to be found. No doubt they fear that if they were to return, their families' hiding places would be discovered. Then, as I suggested before, I think our first order of business should be to find them and see what they remember. But before even that, we have a much more elementary question to answer. Where are they? Based on what Piran said, I would guess they're wandering the kingdom so as not to unwittingly reveal other believers in Himmerarch, to whoever is doing this. Indeed, none of them would wish their family and friends to suffer as they have. It looks that we've no better starting point than that. At the head of the expeditionary force, you need to track down these escaped victims with all haste. It sounds simple enough to say it, but how do you suggest we scour the whole of the continent, Swellen? Kindly refrain from making any grandstanding declarations when you won't have to be the one doing the work. Well, someone has to remain here and support Irwin. Someone possessed of a clever wit to work on her behalf so she's able to turn aside the barbs of the pontiff's court without any sign of weakness, and you know full well there's no one who would serve in that role more effectively than I. On the matter of the expeditionary force, you can be sure that House Sincilash will stand with Irwin. Isn't that so, Marlene? Indeed. I will head out immediately to seek the missing followers of Himmark. However, if word reaches me that you've caused any setback to Her Majesty's plans, I won't stand idly by. Hehe, well that goes without saying. Now then, there's no need to delay your departure any longer. We must act discreetly and in haste. Marlene heads towards the Great Hall wearing a stern expression. Miss Marlene, wait for me. What should I do when she just takes off like that, Ashi? I guess I'll just follow her for now and try to keep up. I think we should start by investigating the location where you saved me from my captors. I was so shocked at everything that was going on. There might be a clue there that I missed. I'll let Marlene know, and we'll wait for you there. Hey, Miss Marlene, please wait for me. Pran rushes after Marlene. Well then, Erwin, I shall presently take my leave as well. Very well. Remember, I'll be relying on you in these days to come, Suellen. As he gracefully bids farewell and turns to leave, his eyes meet yours. Meet me in the Great Hall. He whispers to you as he passes by. Ashi, be careful out there. If you find yourself in trouble, ask Marlene for help. She may be slow to warm to new people, but she's really very kind. I leave her in your care. Leave her in my care? Ugh. You love her. I know that you love her. Of course, I'm sure everything will be fine. This is you we're talking about, but it never hurts to exercise caution. Where's the Great Hall? Yeah, Suellen is really hard to get to know. He's not someone you easily get to know. The hall, which earlier had been bustling with the hum of nobles and other aristocrats awaiting the banquet, now stands as silent as the paintings arrayed on its stone walls. Then it should be silent. There we go. It's actually really nice to be done with all this music. I'm sick of hearing the Tara music. So sick of it. Nobles are only ever interested in a matter insofar as it concerns their coffers or their precious honor. I say this as a member of that self-same class, but Marlene's long-standing skepticism of the aristocracy has its root in the truth of it. But you were already aware of that, no? It does need an orchestral version with more variety. I was. You nod, relieved to hear Llewellyn finally address you in something more akin to his natural demeanor, rather than the face he puts on among the socialites of high society. This may seem an oddly informal inquiry, but have you been well? I'd hope we might enjoy a cup of tea together when we next met, but it appears circumstances have already swept you into another matter that promises to run deeper than it seems. I hope it didn't come as too great a surprise when I acted as though this was our first meeting. Were it to become known that you and I were previously acquainted, it might raise questions about the nature of our association I would prefer others not ask. How was my ruse? Believable? I didn't fail to notice your discomfort, so thank you for playing along. Suellen suddenly scans the surroundings to make sure no one else is around. Ashi, this particular case is one of a number that the Albion Knights have been keeping a close watch on, ever since the reports first reached us. The higher-ups don't really take any particular interest in the orders that venerate the three gods under Aton Semeni. Well, that said, two of the three denominations have dwindled greatly in number. To maintain good relations among nobles with ties to the Pontiff's court, I've presented myself as a believer of Lillemark. The orders are far more alike than any of their adherents would ever acknowledge. The main difference lies in how each interprets the teachings of Aton Semeni, but fundamentally all three orders spring from the same root. But a series of crimes that would seem to specifically target worshippers of one particular order raises questions. Why would someone target a group that's a minority at best, one whose numbers can be a challenge to find in the first place? Many of the higher-ups suggested we simply continue to observe the situation, but I don't know. There's something about all of this that doesn't sit right with me. Like there's more to what's going on than just a rash of serial kidnappings. That's why, at Marlene's behest, I decided to ally myself with Her Majesty's supporters and aid her with the expeditionary force you've been conscripted into taking charge of. Actually, the commander. Upon hearing that you would be taking part in these operations, Ashi, he said I ought to position myself at the heart of things to better gather any relevant information and assist you. Phew. Yeah, that's how I feel. Phew. As you've likely surmised, there is some level of politicking involved. The royal castle wants to resolve this case, of course, but they also hope to shore up greater support for Her Majesty while weakening the influence of the pontiff's court. Appalling, isn't it? The way those with influence will capitalize on any opportunity to seize greater power. Who can say whether they ultimately care about the lives lost in the process? At any rate, there are more people than you might realize keeping a close watch on this case. I, too, for my part, will be reporting the details to my superiors. Reinforcements from the royal castle and support in other matters will be provided after I discuss this with Erwin. It was good to see you again after what seemed like so long. I didn't know when I'd next get the opportunity, given the state of affairs in the castle. Pran and Marlene said they'd await your arrival at the initial investigation site. You probably ought not to keep them waiting, Ashi. You've seen how Marlene can be. I won't mince words. This investigation will not be easy, but if there's someone whose tireless work can uncover the truth, surely that person is you. The commander, too, worries about you constantly. Believe me, you are never far from his thoughts. Woo! Lots of reading, guys. We are reading novels out here. I am actually going to run to the restroom before we do the next one, so I'll be right back, but can't wait to read some more novels. I'll see you guys in a second. Bye-bye. Hello, I am back. We are continuing our quest. Oh, I closed chat, so let me open up chat again. Hello, everyone. Alright. Where am I supposed to meet them? In Dunbar. Okay. Interesting that they have a hideout, like they're prepared for this eventuality. No, it was this way. They have a history of being persecuted? Oh, that's sad. I'm heartbroken for them. Okay. Fran and Marlene are talking. Wow, at least you wouldn't have been lonely. It's tough to spend your childhood alone. Well, it's not like I ever really felt lonely. The mercenaries were kind for the most part, and they treated me well. I don't have any older brothers or sisters, but I've got a couple younger ones. Oh? How many? 3. 2 younger brothers, and the youngest is my little sister. I can barely even describe how doggone cute they are. I'm sure they'll bring a smile to your face when you meet them, Miss Marlene. Fran seems to be enthusiastically leading the conversation, but looks like the two are already building a rapport. Even as he's busily chattering away, he notices you approach and gives you a big wide smile. Oh, there you are, Ashi. Did you just get here? Well met, Militant. Gosh, you're so formal, Miss Marlene. You and Ashi should be on a first-name basis. After all, we're going to be traveling together for quite some time. Well, it's just that there's still so much we don't know about each other. Addressing someone famous by their given name like the two of you are close friends feels disingenuous if you don't actually have that sort of relationship, and I don't wish to show discourtesy to the Militant. One's name is the first gift one receives in this world, something precious and personal. Now I'm in a pickle. What should I do, Ashi? I mean, Militant, oh no. Looks like I've already gotten used to being on a first-name basis with you. Please don't take offense. I'm sorry. You mentioned that the two of you met on the road prior to your arrival at the castle. At that time, you weren't aware it was the famous Militant who had rescued you. However, my own circumstances are different. Furthermore, the Militant was summoned by my liege to aid us in this endeavor. It is my duty to do everything in my power to see that our honored guest is comfortable, and that means keeping things professional. Well, when you put it that way, Miss Erwin personally approved my petition, going so far as to send an expeditionary force out in response, but you seem to have no problem calling me by my given name. You and I conversed plenty on our way here, so much in fact I feel like I've already known you for months. I understand with a regrettably granular clarity that you're someone who treasures his friends, siblings, and neighbors. Anyway, Paran, unlike you, the Militant isn't someone I can interact with so casually. Wow! We're both human archers, bestie! Come on! That should really break down your walls! We're both human archers. I'll even use my crossbow. Look. We're one and the same. See? See how similar we are? See how we're the same? I don't understand how you can act like that when Ashi is a person, the same as us. If I come across any treats or bake a batch of cookies or something, I'm not sharing them with you. Pran continues to grumble, but Marlene completely ignores him and turns to address you. Now, on to the matter at hand. Pran and I came here earlier, and we were combing the area for clues. However, we failed to turn up anything in particular that would help us in our search. I tried to recall what had happened. They captured me, and they were trying to take me somewhere. I just wish I knew where, and whether the others who were kidnapped were all taken to whatever place they were trying to drag me off to. Pran has a list of missing people within the Order of Hierarch. We should use that list to expand our search radius. I contacted all the other followers I could get in touch with and compiled this list of people who haven't come home yet or whose status is unknown. It doesn't account for everyone who's gone missing, of course, but it does at least give us a starting point. We can begin by looking for people whose names are written here. Pran handles over a rolled-up scroll. Here, these are all the people I was able to confirm were missing. As you might imagine, the members of my order have become very wary thanks to recent events. Some are outright refusing to trust anyone outside of the order, and I can't say I blame them. I mean, these scary abductions keep happening, and it's clear that bad people are after us, so what can you do to protect yourself? Even people you've known for years, like your next-door neighbors, might not be safe to confide in. Some families wouldn't even confirm whether there was anyone in their household who had gone missing. That's how on edge everyone has gotten, and one more reason why this list is far from comprehensive. The situation is really unfortunate. Normally you hear about how the members of the small, tight-knit communities help each other get through hard times, but given the nature of the situation, it seems trust comes at a premium. There's no one within the faith who hasn't been impacted in some way. A close friend of mine, Larlick, went missing as well, but at least now Miss Arwen has made provisions for an expeditionary force, so I'm sure things are bound to improve. That's what I believe. Hee hee. Larrick's not a child, so I'm sure he escaped and found somewhere to hide. His eyesight is bad because he studies so much, but someone that smart should be hard to catch. We can probably assume that the people on the list are still within the kingdom somewhere. Let's split up and see if we can track any of them down. As for those not on the list, we'll just have to ask around and see if we can turn up any clues that might point us toward their identities or locations. That sounds like a solid plan to me. Then I'll meet up again with you later. Hold it, Paran, you're coming with me. Who knows where you'll wander off to if I leave you to travel unsupervised. What? Oh, come on. I need to find Larrick as soon as I can and make sure he's alright. The two continue to bicker for a short while. You should consult Paran's list of missing people and seek out followers of the Order of Himmerak and you, lad. Okay, there's 9 missing people on this list. Let's look at the first one. It's scrawled with coarse and quick penmanship. Hair... Okay. Dark green, eyes yellow with long lashes, wears white gloves and black pants. He went missing after leaving Tara with his wife, was headed toward the Sandmag marketplace, last seen crossing the Sandmag plains. This is a picture of him, I guess. Seek out based on the information. Use the gifts from the Order of Himmeraks. What? I guess I should go to Sandmag. Yeah, but it says use gifts from the members, which I haven't even found the members yet. So this quest is like 7 steps in front of me. It's not over here. I mean, he's not guaranteed to be somewhere easy to find. Do you know what I'm supposed to do, Joel? I do have a list of missing people. I'm looking for the first one on the list. not seeing anyone. Obviously, he went missing. This was just the last place he was seen. But... he's not gonna be in there. Garrick Hill. Am I in Garrick Hill? Look, I'm not in combat anymore. Thank you. Near the moon gate-ish is where I'll find the first guy. Found some base herbs. I don't see anyone. Check around the entrance to Senmac. This person scared the absolute shit out of me. I guess they're doing this quest too. They look awesome though. This is not what the picture looked like, but... Oh, you startled me. What are you doing all the way out here? Have you some business with me? I'll tell him about the deployment of the Expeditionary Force and ask him about the Order of Himar. So if I'm understanding things correctly, you're here to help me? The Order of Himar member looks you over, a smile playing around the edges of his lips. You should try speaking with him again. I'm afraid I must have dropped my glasses as I ran. Frankly, my eyesight is terrible without them. I can scarcely tell what it is I'm looking at. Do you think you could help me by finding them? Find this man's glasses and hear what he has to say. I was on my way to Bangor. I was in such a hurry and got lost, ended up here. I was in such a rush I can't even recall where I may have lost my glasses. I think there are two likely places I may have dropped them. It was either the three-way intersection to Dumbarton, Bangor, and Senmag Plains, or else it was the crossroads of Senmag Plains and Fio Desert. Figured both locations for a while because that's where the roads divide. Why not start investigating? Okay. Discover it's a single gold coin. They don't appear to be here. Okay. Something. Okay. That's all of them, right? Definitely seems to be the man's missing glasses. Though the frame is broken, one of the lenses is cracked. That is unfortunate. Tell me you managed to find the glasses, but they got stepped on during the battle. Oh no, my glasses! The bridge has always been a bit flimsy, so it's not entirely unexpected, but I think I may be able to make do with them, at least for the time being. Still, thank you for going to such lengths for my sake. Actually, to tell the whole truth, someone tried to take me captive as I was on my way to Old Man Eater's place to get my weapon repaired. I got into a bit of scuffle, then took off running as fast as I could. I ran all the way from Senmag Plains and never looked back. Phew, thinking about how close a call it was still sends shivers down my spine. My glasses may be broken, but I can still see out of them if I perch them just right on my nose. Thanks to you, Militant, I should be able to finally make it to where the rest of my family is hiding. I know it's not much, but I'd like you to have this. We followers of Hemorrhock often give these to important people in our lives or to those who have done us a great service. To receive one means we hope Hemorrhock's protection will abide in you as the journey through life. I should try using it. Okay. Oh, I'm not in the mission anymore? Oh, okay. Thought I'd have to leave the mission. Where's the talisman? Ooh. It released a mysterious energy and disappeared. Was I not supposed to do that? Okay. Oh, really? Use the gifts. Okay, okay. Alright, so let's get to the second person that's lost. Oh! This is the second person. This is the second person. This isn't the first person. See, this is the first person. I knew he looked different. The west side of Senmag. Okay. I remember he's standing under a big tree. Could it be one of these trees? Ha 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 ha. Who are you? Leave me alone. He eyes you suspiciously. You begin to tell him about the expeditionary force and ask if he's a member of the Order of the Mark. So I guess the rumors I'd heard that the Queen dispatched an expeditionary force were true. That is heartening news. It sounds like my neighbors have been awfully worried about me, but I can't go back yet, I'm afraid. I may have managed to escape the marauders, but during our escape, I became separated from my dear wife. I haven't been able to find her anywhere on the Senmai Plains. She must be laying low somewhere, but I'm not sure where. In all the commotions, I think my wife may have returned to the safety of her hometown. I want to search for her, but I'm afraid to leave this area. What if she's out there making her way back here? If I were to leave, we might miss each other and never even know it. My wife is originally from a nice village near a lake. Do you think you could check to see if she might be there? I'll wait for you here. I won't move an inch, promise. He turns away, having nothing more to say at the moment. This man doesn't seem to want to move from the spot. You should search for this man's missing wife. His wife is in E-Main? I was gonna guess Abney. Because that has a lake. Not really a town, but... She's behind the clothing store. Okay. Around the pool? Oh, her. I see her. Begging your pardon, but have you seen my husband anywhere? The woman has a worried look on her face and seems like she doesn't know what to do. You tell her about the expeditionary force and inquire as to whether she's a member of the Order of Himar. Oh, you must be that Millicent people talk about. Then do you think you might be able to find my husband for me? We actually live in Tara. We were heading to the Senmag marketplace to buy some gifts as our wedding anniversary is drawing near. It was so terrible. Those awful men clad in all black surrounded us, and there were these hulking Formors with them. Her lips began to quiver as she recalls the painful incident. Those brutes bound us and dragged us away. My husband cut the ropes when they weren't paying attention and threw stones at them to draw their attention. Even then, we barely managed to escape, but now I can't find my husband anywhere. He must have escaped safely, right? Oh, I'm so worried for him. We agreed to meet here if anything were to happen to us, because this is the place where we first met. I beg of you, Millicent, please find my husband. She's on the verge of tears. You should be able if you can find her husband. I did find her husband. I should go to the Pika dungeon one, shouldn't I? Hey, idiot, you were supposed to find her. What? Inouye Maka? Why would she go there? I told her not to move from the spot where we were forced to part. That's not what's important. Now I know where she is. I must go to her immediately. I would be lost in life without her. Thank you for all you've done for us. Deliver the husband's message to the wife, but he's coming. I shouldn't have to. Oopsie-daisy. You tell her that you met her husband and told him she was waiting. What? Out on the plains? You mean he's been out there the entire time? Oh, but what does it matter? Thank Himmark. I'm just glad he's safe. I've been so worried about him. I guess he's on his way here then. I can't believe him. I guess he must have misunderstood our promise. I'm just glad you were there to help us find each other, Millicent. She removed something from her pocket as one would a precious object. Thank you so much for your help. Here, take this. It's something that everyone in our order carries. You asked if she recalls anything that might prove useful. I'm not sure. It happened all so quickly. Oh, there's one thing. Among our captors, there was a black-robed figure who, as we reached the Senmak Plains, said that they were close. I really hope that helps you in some way. May the unbound wings of Himmark guide your path. Use the talisman I received. Okay. Okay. Now, let us find the third missing person. It's a child! I know where this is. This is at the book place. The Terra bookstore. Wait, no. I should just use this. I'll get my coffee today, too. I'll do that first, since that's the most important thing here. Please give me my coffee. Thank you. See what I got in the box today. I got fireworks. Yay. Condensed milk latte. Condensed milk latte. Alright. Yep, here he is. Huh? Who are you? You don't seem like a bad person. You tell them about the deployment of the expeditionary force. Oh, do you need a list of food that I needed? I will message you. Everyone hold on 1 second. I have to message my husband something. Everyone hold on. What else do I want? Oh no, I missed whoever just got the Grandmaster title. I can't send them a message, I missed it. Oh no. I don't know what I want. There. Wow, are you a real live militant? How did you know I was a member of the Order of Himmerarch? Because I saw your picture in a book. Does he really have he does have a fox backpack. The curious child watches you with eyes that practically sparkle. You should try talking to him again. My mom said I shouldn't tell anyone I'm a follower of the Order of Himmerarch. She told me that bad people have been kidnapping people like us lately. That's why I've been staying at home lately, but my mom's birthday's coming up soon, so I came all the way out here because I wanted to buy her book. And while I was here, I figured I'd do some field study too. But now I don't know how to get back. Big Sis Militant, could you take me with you? Guide the boy. I love that he called me Big Sis. That's really cute. Guide the boy to the north side of Terra's royal castle. Hooray, please take me to the trading post north of Tara. Do I have to interact with them, or do I just fall? Oh, I just fall. Okay. Which way do I go from here? Do I go this way? They put some sparkles a little bit too far away so you can't see them from each other, but they're doing their best. Did I get another talisman? I did, and I'll use it. Alright. Did we already do the fourth one? No. Tear Canal from Tara. Last seen near the stone quarry. He was near a path. Oh, I did not mean to do that. He was near a path, like, by a tree. So, like, he was, like this, so that he's by a tree, you can see the path below. So is he up here? Wherever he is, he's near the path. Ancient raccoon. Raccoon, 4 more scroll, and lots of gold. You could see the path. He was by a tree. Not this many trees, though. This is a lot of trees. He was not by this many trees. Can I fly in this area? I can. Maybe this will help me find it. Another ancient. I feel like I've explored this entire area and I don't see him. He's not that far from the moon gate I was at. Maybe I went to the other moon gate. He's not by those trees. He's not by these trees. Not by any of these trees. Under this tree. Ha 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 ha! He's by this tree. A neatly dressed young man is muttering something under his breath. His brow is furrowed. Oh, where are you, father? You already weren't feeling well, and now, God, what am I gonna do, huh? Who the heck are you? You're not with those brigands in the black hoods, are you? He spots you as you approach, eyeing you suspiciously. You tell him about the deployment of the Expeditionary Force and ask him if he's a member of the Order of Himmark. The Expeditionary Force? You mean the Queen herself is behind that? Wow, it's like she finally noticed that we worshippers of Himmark actually exist. So many of us have already been taken, but I guess this is better than having a blind eye turned toward our predicament. It seems like my friends must have filed a missing persons report. Things have been so chaotic lately, I was looking for a good place to lay low for a while. But you see, my father hasn't been feeling well lately, so it was a bit difficult to bring him along with me. Then as we were traveling, some shady guys dressed in black robes appeared and attacked us. After that, I don't really remember much. I think I was hit on the head, and knocked clean out. When I came to, I was there all alone. No sign of my father or those robed guys. If I hadn't been knocked out, I could have whooped all of them, I guarantee it. Ugh, I'm so worried, it's driving me crazy. Please help me find my father. We were on our way to Tir-Canal at the time. He's got this medicine he's supposed to be taking daily, too. Just where could he have gone? Even though he seems angry and flustered, you can tell he's deeply worried for his father's safety. You should look for the young man's father. Is he in Tir-Canal? He's in Tailteen. Why the fuck's he in Tailteen? I mean, thank you for telling me where he is. I wondered too, but their names are just like Order of the Himmark members, so like, I guess I'll try it. No, they do not show up. A man in a grey outfit holds a wand and swaggers in front of the town square. Ah, there's nothing quite like a wide open space. A town square like this is equal parts lively and peaceful. Where else can one find such balance? Being cooped up in my stuffy house for so long robs me of such simple pleasures. Bah, my son will never take me here, no matter how often I ask him. You hear him grumbling, lost in a world of his own thoughts and concerns. He doesn't seem aware of your presence. When is that son of mine coming for me? Does he plan on making me wait until my beard reaches my belly? He was always an idler, that boy. I didn't raise him to be a sluggard. Boy, I tell you, you better pray to Himmark I don't take my belt to your bottom. Jesus! What was Himmark again? It wasn't love, and it wasn't peace. It was freedom! It was freedom, wasn't it? Well, he's free to be a sluggard, so don't fucking... In spite of his colorful ranting, this doesn't seem to be the father of the young man you met in Silab Clun. You should return to him and let him know that his father's in fine health and is waiting in Tailteen. Saw a man that closely matched his description of his father, strolling around Tailteen. What? My father's in Tailteen? How did he get all the way there? Did some passerby with a wagon take pity on him and offer him a ride? Go put some rice on. But before I make the trip, I must be sure it is truly my father that you saw. Do you recall what color clothes he was wearing? Gray. Yeah, that's gotta be him, alright. He's gotten to be so set in his way these last few years that a good 2/3 of his closet is just a sea of gray suit coats and pantaloons. You said he's strolling around Tailteen's town square, right? How did he even get there? How is a man who walks with the aid of a cane able to escape those black-robed thugs? Those foreigners that seemed to be following their orders. They said they were taking us somewhere. Where was it again? Oh, right, I overheard them saying we were headed to the Senmag Plains. Anyway, thank you for all your help. I was able to find my father quickly thanks to you. Here, take this. It's a little something from me. These are actually pretty rare, you know? Well, I guess they're rare because there's so few of us who keep faith in the Himmark. Anyway, I probably ought to go get my father now, so I suppose this is where we part ways. Thanks again for all you've done, Militant. Okay. I will happily use it. So we've helped 4 of them. So we should be on number 5. I already found him. Okay. Logging camp. She's a bit away from it. Okay. Runs to higher ground when startled. Alright. Can I get up here? Because it said she runs to higher ground. Doesn't look like I can get up here. How did they even get here? Okay. Alright. Somewhere like this, with the trees in the back. Right? Let me look at it again. Large tree, the weeds, a huge bush, trees in the back. One of them mans after her usual trek to the lodging camp. Okay. I think maybe somewhere around these huge trees. This looks to be the spot, like exactly. We've got the bush, we've got the things, we've got those trees. But no girl. Tree costume kit. Oh, what a blessing this game is. She's not up here. Isn't there a huge tree out here somewhere? This tree. Because her camera could be like this, like inside the tree. bush. But no girl. I remember there was one of these as well. Let's read what it says one more time. A trek to the lodging camp. So this could be in Dunmartin for all we know. Yeah, but I don't think they have trees like this in Dunmartin. I'm just thinking because they have men like this in Dunmartin. It's not in here. Maybe it's in Tyr, because she's going to the lodging camp. So she could be somewhere else. Ooh, yes, Tyr has trees like this. Okay. So she could be... Tyr has a lot of trees like this. Dear God. I didn't realize. I think I'm getting too far away from the lodging camp. I don't know, besties. Might be from Dunbarton. That's my last guess at the moment. Yeah, see, I don't think there's any of those trees here. Yeah, there's none of those trees here. Oh, some gold. Thank you. Ugh. I simply cannot find it, my friends. So, let's go look on the wiki. Let us go look on the wiki. What is this quest called? Overlapping trails. Oh, this is a forum discussion. The sixth person is at the Tree Spiral Hill in Dugald Island. Trees is at the tree on Spiral Hill. Spiral Hill. She's at the tree on Spiral Hill. Oh! Excuse me. How do I fucking get there? That's what they mean that she runs to high places, because she's up here. Oh, who are you? Be quiet and don't make any sudden moves. They can smell fear, and they're gonna swarm my way again at this rate. The woman nervously peers left and right, looking into the distance for some sign of something. Ask her about what happened to her. I barely managed to escape from those creepy guys, but now I've been chased all the way out here. Grr, oh no, they managed to find me again. Please, you gotta help me. Something or someone is coming this way. Those monsters found me again. Be careful. Seriously, more monsters. think the worst is past now. Thank you so much for helping me. No prob, Bob. Phew, I don't want to think about what might have happened now if you hadn't been along when you did. But who are you? You're a lot stronger than you look. You tell her about the deployment of the expeditionary force and ask about the Order of Himmerarch. Oh, you mean to tell me Her Majesty actually sent out an expeditionary force on her behalf? Or on our behalf, rather. And that you, the famous militant, are in charge of the investigation? Himmerarch be praised. It seems some good has happened in the world while I've been cowering in the wilderness. If only the Queen had taken an interest in our plight a little sooner. Strange as it may seem, the one who are trying to kidnap me are working together with the Formors. I overheard them talking while I was still captive about how they were preparing for a great battle, like in the days of old or something like that. But what surprised me was that the Formors were obeying the commands of a black-robed figure, even though whoever it was didn't seem to be a Formor himself. Anyway, thank you for helping me. I know it's not much, but please accept this token of my appreciation, and may you go with Himmerarch's blessing. I'm so nervous my legs are quivering like jelly. I think I'm going to rest for a moment, then go seek shelter with the others. You should try using this talisman. I shall. Alright. Next person. Ooh, okay, they're right next to a moon gate. I think I know which moon gate that is, too. Morva Isle? Well, it must be Morva Isle moon gate, then. It must be the Morva Isle moon gate. Yes, this is exactly where I thought it was. There she is, on the other side. Hungry, the girl mutters something, but her voice is too quiet for you to make out what she's saying. So hungry, don't have the strength to talk. She closes her mouth, puffing out her cheeks in exasperation. It seems like the only way to get her to talk would be to give her some food. Her stomach growls. Her so hungry, she hasn't eaten in a week. You have ended your conversation. Give us strawberry milk? Why strawberry milk in specific? Okay, how do I make a strawberry milk? Not this. Cooking. 30% strawberry and milk. I do have some strawberry, actually, so now I just need the milk. I'll go to Tay's homestead and get some milk. Everyone say hi, welcome back to Tay. Okay. Oh, that is not what I meant to take off. This and this, I think? Oh my god! Is that as big as it gets? Wow. Wow. It is huge, truly huge. Wow. And still big, so it'll get even bigger. Oh my god, you're right. The Finny Orb. That's so funny. You can't even see the Finny Orb anymore. I feel like I should be able to ride on the back of this thing. I feel like it should be able to hold multiple people. Oh my god. Alright. Let's cook. Oh, cooking knife and table? That doesn't make any sense. I'm cooking strawberry milk. Okay. 50, 60, we'll say that's 5, and then 30% strawberry. This makes no sense. This is not how you make milk. 10% less strawberry. That's okay. It's fine. Alright. Let's go back to the kid. Bye, Tay. She takes the strawberry milk from your hands and gulps it down. Oh my, it's sweet. It's so good. Sniff, Mommy, I miss you. I'm so hungry out here. She still seems hungry and begins to sniffle. You should give her something tasty that might calm a distressed child down. Oh my god, what next? A chocolate? Ooh, the girl's eyes grow wide and she begins to nibble on the chocolate, savoring each sweet bite. It's so tasty. The girl seems to regain some of her pep. Try speaking with her again. I was supposed to eat with my friends at the picnic, but then some scary people came. My dad told me to never follow strangers, so I hid behind a rock, but the bad man said we were going to be great offerings and we deserved to go under the ground. Then they took some of my friends away. I was so afraid. I stayed behind that rock for hours. Wow. She looks so frightened and is trying her best not to cry. Sniff, I wanted to go home, but I was so hungry I couldn't move, but I think I may be able to go now. Thank you, big sis. I want to give you this, okay? You came and gave me lots of tasty things and made me not scared anymore, so that's why you should have it. You should try using the talisman. Okay. I'm halfway done with this quest, and I think after I finish this quest, I'm going to take a break myself. But let us finish this quest first. The 8th missing person. Oh, I've already found her. The 9th missing person. Oh, I know where this is. Bangor Mines. Yeah, she's right outside Bangor. She should be near one of these. Just check this side as well. As well. There's so many of these. She could be sitting next to any of them. Ah! Or she could be sitting next to this one. Well, this is certainly a barren enough place. I doubt they'll be able to find me if I lay low here for a while. Oh, who are you and what are you doing all the way out here? You tell her about the deployment. You're the famous militant? Wait, Queen Eridan did what for us? Himmelrock be praised. I'm sure the Pontiff's court and their cronies didn't take it lying down either, but, well, my situation's already kinda gotten complicated. The Order of Himmelrock scans in the desolate area, looking rather annoyed. Try speaking with her again. See, I made my way out here to hide from those black-robed men, but then some big trolls appeared up ahead, and now I'm stuck here. I really want to head back now. I think I've been hiding out in the boonies for long enough. Under normal circumstances, I'd feel confident about taking them all by myself, but I've injured one of my legs, and it's not fully healed yet. Do you think you'd help a gal out? My family's probably worried sick about me. Go to the area and then talk to her again. I wish I could help you, but this leg of mine isn't quite steady to be brawling. I'd appreciate it if you could keep me safe. Naked. They have little loincloths. It's the trolls that are naked. Trolls don't have anything on. Phew, looks like they've lost interest in us thanks to you whooping their arses so hard. Hey, I have you to thank for keeping me from getting bashed over the head. Yeah, I did it. She's gasping for breath. From all the hard work she's done, no doubt. Phew, I'm glad you came along when you did, Milton. If I'd been alone, I never would have been able to make it out here alive with my leg in the state it's in. Those men were so creepy. They were talking about offerings and how the black moon would rise. Normally I would have written people spouting off that sort of nonsense as loons, but they were deathly serious. It's downright disturbing, isn't it? It's almost like they're preparing for some sort of dark ritual. Well, that's what first sprang to my mind, but that sort of thing only happens in books and scary fairy tales, right? You don't think there might be any truth to it, right? Even though I was targeted, I mean, kidnappings do happen in this world. Just an ordinary run-of-the-mill crime. That's what I'd like to believe. Anyway, thank you for finding me when you did. Your timing couldn't have been better. I promise I'll exercise every caution as I look for shelter, or at least some safer place to rest up while my leg heals up. Oh, by the way, I'd like to give you this. It may be a small token of my thanks, but I pray Hemorrhagic blesses you as you've blessed me. Okay. Marley and Pran seem engaged in a lively discussion. I swear, the Order of Hemorrhagic must have been truly short of hands to send you as their messenger, Pran. No organization that wasn't truly in peril would entrust the delivery of such a vital petition to someone with such a terrible sense of direction. It's a miracle you actually made it to Tara. Well, wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with me. I mean, okay, so I might take a wrong turn here and there, but there really wasn't anyone else we could send. Many of our people are old or injured or infirm, and my siblings are much too young to undertake a journey like this. I just knew we had to get someone's help, and fast. I heard the elders mourning that if nothing is done about this, it might mean the end of the Order itself. I wonder if something like this happened to the Order of G22 too. Oh, Ashi, you're finally here! Pran sees you and bounds over to you with a smile on his face. Ashi, what did you find out about the missing people? Miss Marlene and I managed to find a few others and make sure they were able to safely reach the shelter. We've been waiting for you, Militant. We met some followers of Himmark who have been targeted by the kidnappers, but were able to make their escape. Unfortunately, all of them were still so traumatized that they didn't remember all that much that could be help of our investigation. The one thing I did manage to piece together is that in each case, the perpetrators seemed to be taking their victims to a particular place. I'm guessing those you talked with said something similar. What location did your sources mention? Oh my god, now I have to remember. I think it was Senmag. I should check on the wiki. Senmag, yes, I was right! Marley quietly nods as she hears your answers. Beside her, Paran wears an expression best described as a surprise. Wow, I guess the people you talked with said the same thing as those we talked with, Ashi. And to me, that has to be more than just a simple coincidence. I concur, and after hearing your report, I've got a strong feeling that we're on the right track. Whatever's going on, it has something to do with the Senmag Plains. That's where the kidnappers were always headed, and where many of the victims who managed to escape their clutches fled from. Whatever the Black Robe men are trying to accomplish, it seems they mean to accomplish it there. I'll bet if we search the plains, we'll find clues that'll get us even closer to the truth of what's going on. I'm gonna find out whoever keeps tormenting us like this. We're gonna hunt them down, and that's a promise, Paran. Don't worry, Miss Marlene. It's not like I'm out on a quest for vengeance or anything. I mean, look at me. Even if I wanted to hurt them, it's not like I actually have the strength to, right? Ha ha ha. It's just, after so much sorrow, I finally have a real lead that'll bring us closer to helping Larik and all the others. They must be so scared, so confused. As a near victim myself, I'm all too familiar with those feelings. They're counting on us, Ashi. We can't let them down. Paran is right. Let's make for the Senmag Plains and see where this trail leads. We did it! We did it! We finished the quest! So that, of course, means that I am going to pause here, probably for the night. We will see, but probably for the night. Ooh, it's like pinkish in the dark. That's very interesting. But thank you all so much for watching. I've had a ton of fun here, and I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I once again appreciate you guys stopping by to see what's going on. Hopefully we'll be able to make more progress tomorrow and get a little closer to finishing G22 so that we can have all the Tech Duinn missions done. Or unlocked, rather. So, I'm excited. I hope you are too. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone!